One day, babe? Yes, I want to marry you if we are still dating. When you're ready to get married. God, that's fucking mortifying. Mortifying, isn't it? I really mean it, babe. A little, babe. I would cook for you, babe. I want to ask you out right now. I want to ask you to be my girlfriend. Maybe I can cuddle you. LOL, kisses. Okay, babe. You pick, babe. It's fine, babe. Yes, babe. Babe? At work, you, babe. LOL, aw, babe. LOL, I do, babe. Kisses. Okay, babe. Kisses. Kisses. I want to kiss you. What are you doing? LOL, no, babe. Why is that, babe? LOL, aw, babe. Can I kiss you? I won't, babe. Kiss. Thinking about you. I will. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. This is. Oh, yeah. All right. I want you to look at me. I want you to look at me while I read this one to you. And if you break eye contact, I'm going to read it again. Look at me. Look at me. I will be thinking about you if it's okay. What do you mean by that? Nothing, babe. I'm sorry, babe. It's something that guys do. I'm going to jack off to you. Oh, you broke eye contact. I'm going to read it again. I will be thinking about you. Oh, you broke eye contact. How about you just look at me so I don't have to keep reading this? This is disgusting. I will be thinking about you. That's okay. Nothing, babe. I'm sorry, babe. It's something that guys do. I'm going to jack off to you. This 15-year-old girl was confused about the things you were insinuating, and you fucking broke it down for her. Said, I'm rubbing my fucking little wee-wee to your pictures right now. I like you, so I want to tell you. You think I'm weird, bro. I think you're so weird. Are you okay with me jacking off to you? I won't ask for nudes. LOL, okay, babe. I won't ask for nudes, okay? That's nice. That's very gentlemanlike of you to not ask for nudes of a child. You're welcome, babe. I know, babe. Kisses. Missing you. Sob story about family. What else? I want to cuddle you. Can I join you? Let's see. Yeah, that's about it, right? I can't wait to cuddle you. Can't wait to see you. Oh, that's right. I don't know if you can sleep there with me. So you were trying to get her to sleep here with you as well. Trying to get her to spend the night so you can teach her how to have sex. Babe. Babe, 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 babe. That's good. We can cuddle. I can't wait to see you. Asking for pictures when you got to the hotel, yada, 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 yada. All right. So you originally told me that you were not here. You can stand the fuck up now. So you're still saying that you're not here to have sex? What about all those messages I just read you? Do you see the resemblance now? Do you see it? Do you know who I'm talking about? It's heartbreaking. Yeah, it's heartbreaking because you look just like your family, man.
Stay away from our fucking kids. I've never met this more in my life, dude.
You know, I knew you guys worked for the same company. I had no fucking idea you guys were related.
This is a first.
Hold on a second. Can you walk away from the camera over there real quick? I just want to ask him a question. Not on camera. I want to ask him a question.
Hey guys, 1 second. Thanks for bearing with us. This just got a little personal. So, 1 second.
I just confirmed it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Hang on.
Interesting.
So, I just confirmed, obviously. And
I know.
like that's what
I know. Hey.
All right. So you weren't here to have sex. What were you here to do?
Like I said, just
To cuddle with a little girl.
I know it's wrong. Sorry.
I know you know it's wrong because you were creeping around this 18-wheeler and hiding behind these dumpsters. I know you know it's wrong. So what the fuck should I do? Where do we go from here? Because I haven't really decided what we're going to do here because I didn't realize how personal this was till right now. You don't have to quit your job because I'm sure they're gonna fire you.
Just don't show up. My job. Smart.
I was gonna say, give me my phone. Said I want to call his uncle right now. You have his number?
Yeah.
Give me a phone. Call him. I'm about to call him. He's a personal friend of mine.
Yeah.
Your uncle's a personal friend of mine. Okay. I talk to him on a weekly basis.
More than that, probably. There you go.
Here, hold it on him real quick.
Trust me, there's not a nastier dumpster.
That's fine. I'm actually supposed to go see him right now. This is actually where I'm heading when I'm done with you. I actually had
Very ironic, actually.
very ironic because I'm actually heading to see him right now. So I suggest you check yourself out of that fucking hotel, and for your safety, you go home. You better fucking find one. I'm gonna give you about 10 minutes to get the fuck out of this hotel before I go in there and tell the front desk what's up. What room are you in? Okay. Go get your shit. Get the fuck up out of this hotel. Stop trying to meet kids. And I swear to God, if I ever see you at your family member's house, I will personally rip you apart. I will not be recording it. I will not give you the fucking grace of being able to walk away because my children play there. You understand? Do you know how close you are to being close to my fucking children? Listen, you don't have to let you hit me.
I don't care.
You don't listen. You don't have to let me hit you. Because if I wanted to hit you, I would have. Okay? If I thought it was worth it, I would have. Don't get me wrong. I really, really want to, but it's just not fucking worth it. But if I ever see you again, get the fuck out of here. Oh, by the way, she ain't coming, bro. Bye.
Stay the fuck away from our kids.
Take that fucking hat off. Yo, take the hat off. You don't deserve to work for that fucking company. You're making them look bad. They don't fucking deserve that. You know what? You know what, bro? Go inside and get rid of that hat. I don't want to see you wearing it when you come out. Go. You got 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Close to home or what?
Yeah.
So just an update, guys. Scott, right? That's his name, Scott. This is Scott. 20-something years. It's in the caption. I'm sorry. I'm so riled up. I don't even know how old this guy is right now. As you can see, had some very, very explicit chat logs. 29 years old. Very clear intentions on what he was here to do tonight. At the beginning of the exposure, I realized that I'm actually very close friends with his family. And my children play over there very often. Very, very, very often. So, you know, it really took a lot to hold me back. Well, I'm going to make sure this dude leaves. I gotta go to the front desk. He doesn't have a card. Alright. Sorry, guys, just catching up on some of these comments while I'm waiting for him to come outside. Gonna go let the front desk know. Anybody who's wondering why the police aren't here, as I say every video, Jacksonville Sheriff's Office will not respond to our exposures. They will not show up. Unless the guy calls the police on himself, then they will. But the police will not respond, so I can't call them. So, I mean, what you want me to do? Yeah, I didn't let the guy go because he's close to home, guys. Everybody gets the same treatment. The police won't respond to my exposures. Can't hold him here. I can't even make him leave this hotel, to be honest. So if he doesn't come out, there's not a lot I can do besides talk to the hotel. My hands are very tied when it comes to this, and it's got nothing to do with it being close to home. Unfortunately, mid-exposure, I realized how close it was. But nothing changed. Treat them all the same. So again, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office will not respond to our exposures. Those of you screaming for me to call the police, they've told us not to. So this is all we can do. Unfortunately, even though we have clear evidence that this man was here to have sex with a child, was here to rape a child, the police will not show up. They won't even detain him while they investigate. It's fucked up. Word on the street is that the state attorney will not take any investigations that are not police involved from the beginning, from initial point of contact is what I've been told. I know some counties are able to do a little bit more for some reason, but my hands are tied, and it seems like so are everybody else's. Trust me, if I could find somebody to slap a pair of handcuffs on every single one of these guys, I would. Unfortunately, it's not the world we live in, and that's why people like us exist. He's actually in the lobby. It appears that he's checking out. He's getting ready to leave. For those of you who want an update on last night, the guy I exposed tried to jump several fences and showed you guys his ass a couple times, and did that whole thing. But no, he called the police on himself. The police talked to him, wrote a report, and sent him on his way. They gave him a ride back to his car, though. That was nice of them. He didn't have to walk back by himself. But really, all he got out of that was a free ride back to his car. So kudos, dude. 30 minutes and 3 miles later, you got to ride back to your car. Scott, did you get a ride? Not yet? Okay, well, I just want to get you on camera real quick so nobody can say I did anything to you. You walked away. All right. Yeah, you can get the fuck out of here now. So again, that was Scott, 29. 29 years old. Booked a hotel room tonight to come rape a child. I read his chat logs to him, and he still denied that he was here to have sex. But then at the end, he apologized, and I asked him to check himself out of this hotel, and I guess at least he did that, because we all know what happened the last time I didn't have compliance at a hotel exposure, am I right? Those phones wouldn't stop ringing. I was excited to do another hotel exposure tonight. We have not done one since Missouri. If you guys not watched that one, our YouTube got shut down, so I can't even point you in the right direction right now. But this one definitely was a lot smoother than that one. The police, however, did respond to that one, but nothing happened. Scott's walking away. Looks like he didn't get a ride, but he's getting the fuck out of here. She ain't coming, bro. Check your kids' devices. Epstein didn't kill himself.
Rob, what's up? How you doing? Why explain yourself, bro? Why are you here to meet a 15-year-old and a 13-year-old? No, she said the age, bro. Okay, this go one of two ways. I can call the cops right now, post all your shit all over the line. Everybody's gonna know your face, what you did, or we can have a conversation. I'm not here to hurt you. I might not call the cops. So we can have a conversation, and it wouldn't be smart to try to do something to me because this whole live stream is getting recorded somewhere else. Am I? If you be honest, then I can work with you. If you lie, you're fucked. All right. So what are you here to do? I don't know, bro. That's not what you said in the chat, bro. What did you say in the chat? You said you wanted to massage them while they're naked. You didn't say that. See, this is where you're fucking up, bro. I said if you lie, you what do you want to do? Walk and talk. Okay, let's walk and talk, bro. And don't try nothing, bro. I'm serious. I'll walk next to you. I'll walk. No, don't tell a normal person. Can you be a normal person, not meet up with 15-year-olds and 13? Don't tell me to shush. You tell me to shush again, I'm gonna get loud to everybody else know what you're doing. Don't shush me again. Don't fuck with me, bro. I'm not fucking with you. So what are you doing here? See, there you go lying again, bro. Oh yeah? So you thought while you're shopping, you just go ahead and pick up a 15-year-old and a 13-year-old? So what are you doing here? Okay, well, what about the 15-year-old and the 13-year-old? What about them? Because in the conversation, you said you wanted to take them back to your hotel room and massage them both naked. You said you wanted to massage both of them naked, take pictures of them. You said wear a thong so you can feel her ass pushing up against you when you drive to the hotel. Did you say that? I'll talk as loud as I want, bro. You better start answering the questions or I'll talk even louder. I will scream. I will scream. I will scream it. We texted about it, but it doesn't mean that we talked about it. Now, does that make sense to you? But you're here. You're here. Go shopping. You're fucking full of shit. Quit lying, dude. Keep lying. I'm giving you to come clean, and we can talk about it. But you want to keep lying, being a smart guy, bro. robbed some stuff. 7 times. 7 times. How you get robbed 7 times? Wait, you got robbed 7 times. Wow. How? How do you get robbed if you didn't meet him in person?
That's happened a lot.
Bro. So you're trying to so
no.
listen. I don't want you keep lying. I'm gonna start telling people. I will. Test me, bro. Test me. I'm already starting to get pissed off at your bullshit story, bro. No, you're talking about being robbed. So what, bro? What does you being robbed have anything to do with you meeting a 15-year-old and a 13-year-old? But they didn't lie about their age. What if they didn't lie about? Dude. Who lies about being 15? Oh, hey, I'm 15. Just kidding. I'm 21 actually. So we can do your nasty little stuff in a hotel, right? Right? You're weird, bro.
I'm weird and I get robbed.
Dude, do you understand what's going to happen if you don't start telling the truth? You're not telling. You were going to meet a 15-year-old and a 13-year-old to massage them while they're naked. You're fucking lying to me. Fucking goddamn it. See, there you go. The profile. No shit, dude. No shit. It said 18. She lied. Like you said, people lie. But she's 15. She lied about being 18. And she's really 15.
If she would have came here today and I would have saw that she was 15 and way too young, I wouldn't have done anything.
Yeah, that's fucking bullshit. That's bullshit, bro. That's bullshit, bro. Why would you even meet up with someone that's fucking... Dude, you're crazy, dude. You're a straight liar, bro. You're a liar. No, you didn't. I'm here until you leave. You can leave whenever you want. I'm not holding you against your will. I'm gonna follow you until you leave the premises. So, because I have to, man.
Are you a secret shopper?
A secret fucking shopper. Are you serious? Are you trying to be funny?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Bro. Listen, bro, I can't. Dude, there ain't no lightning in the mood, bro. You're a chomo. You're a child molester. You came here to do it. That's what you came here to do. I'm about to start getting loud. Okay? All right. This is the game you want to play. Yep. Where's the nice shop? Who can we tell? Or is Rob your name? Because we will find out your name. And if you are lying, we will fuck your life, bro. We will fuck your life, bro. Dude, last chance, bro. Tell the truth. Are you leaving? Yeah, but okay. Last chance, tell the truth. Yo, this guy came here. Yo, sir. That guy came up 13 and 6. All the proof right here. He's trying to lie. Yo. Excuse me, everybody. That guy over there came here to meet a 15-year-old and a 13-year-old for sex. I got all the proof. Yeah, if I'm harassing you, call the cops. Funny you ain't calling the cops, though. Oh, yeah, good, great. Call him. He came here to meet a 15-year-old and a 13-year-old. Take him back to his hotel room. Harass? Call the cops, then. Oh, wait, you're not calling the cops for some reason. Where's your fucking... Call the cops, then. Call them. Call them. You ain't calling them. We're gonna get another one tonight. And we ain't stopping, bro. Gotta get you out of here. You're one of them. You are one. You came here to meet a 15-year-old and a 13-year-old. You're a fucking chomo. Fuck you. Fucking weirdo. Look at you. You're a damn disgrace. I said I was going to follow you. So the fuck what? So what? I'll follow you, bro. I'm gonna follow you until you get to your van. You lied. You said you were wearing a blue shirt. You're wearing a red shirt. A liar. Hey, a chomo. You're a dumbass. Oh, why'd you park so far away? Where'd you park? Where's your car, bro? Is that you in the Jeep? Is that you? You said you had a van. You wanted her to wear a thong so you could feel her 15-year-old ass pressing up against yours. Oh, is that your man over there? Bro, you got the fucking white, you got the chomo van. Oh my God, y'all hear that? You got the fucking, ooh, bro. Oh, real talk, bro, you make me sick, bro. Get help. Get help. Huh? I'm not gonna rob you. Get help. Are you gonna get help? Wait. Dude, wait 1 second. Just talk to me, bro. Real talk. I'll calm down. I'll calm down. Dude, do you understand that your life is gonna be fucked if you don't cooperate? No, you're not. You're walking away. You're leaving. What are you doing? What are you getting? Okay. Dude, we can have a civil conversation. I'll calm down. I was talking because you were lying. Because you were. Making me sick, dude. I swear. See that? He had a typical, he had a, can you see him? Wait, hang on. Can you see him? Look at him. There he goes. There he goes. The white van with no windows. Hell no. Yeah. That's what happens, bro. We ain't playing around, dude.
Hell no.
I'm on my lunch break.
To the no,
I gotta go back to work.
No.
Okay. That was Rob, 27-year-old. 27 or 38. 27. Either 27 or 28 years old.
I'll show my face in a second.
And a 14-year-old.
Turn the table.
For sex. Yeah, that guy, he was here to meet a 15-year-old and a 13-year-old. Check him back to his hotel.
That is creepy. No windows.
I'm
For sure.
a part of an organization called PCI.
All right.
Like child predators. So like using to catch predator. That's what we do.
Right.
Yeah, so he wanted to take a 15-year-old and a 14-year-old back to his hotel. He wanted them to get naked, take pictures of them. I have all the proof. I can't show you right now because I'm recording. But I'm record my face. But you're on the camera. But yeah, so we expose them. That's what we do. Yeah, right on. Yeah, check us out on YouTube. Predator Catchers Indianapolis, if you want. Huh? Oh yeah, you'll see this one. You want to be on camera?
So.
All right, yeah. So that's what happened. That dude, he had the choke.
Does it for the long
no
ass
windows,
intro.
white van, like.
I just wanted to share some
He
things
tried to lie about it. He tried to pull the whole.
before I started officially. So, all right. I'll show my face real quick before, All right, so it is exactly 6:57 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, down here in Florida. There we go. Cover that weird spot right there. Anyways, let me do a quick roll call of who's on here right now. I'm gonna obviously shout out who I see from my side. If you're in here and I didn't see your username or whatever, my bad. I'm sorry. I'm reading what I can see. So we've got Cat Eyes in the house. We've got Julie Harmon, Philly, the real wise guy. Irene. I don't know if I said that right. I probably chopped that up really bad, but I'm gonna just go with that for now until I get the actual pronunciation of that name. It's a beautiful name, but Hills, Samira, and of course I know Julie said something earlier, kind of saying I'm so sorry about last time. I'm sorry too. That was I sometimes I'm too good at holding my composure and just kind of not expressing that I'm joking around. So sometimes people take me way too serious. But yeah, we are sorry about on the last stream. They got muted for a while or something like that. I'm so sorry about that. Mr. Matt Jones, if you're not following Matt Jones on Instagram, please go do that right now. Matter of fact, stop watching my stream. All right, go to your Instagram app on your phone, add Matt Jones, okay, and then come back to me. All right, I'm gonna wait for you right here. So we got, of course, Betsaida Albaran. All right, we got Strife or Strick. I like Strick. I mean, I know it might be pronounced Strife, but I like Strick better. I always say that. Christopher LaRoche. Who else? Oh my goodness. Red Hood will be coming on in a few minutes. But let's see. I think Jen Bruno's in here earlier. Who else? Philly Girl. Of course, Philly Girl's on here. Anthony L. I'm trying to get everybody because I like, what I'm saying? The same way you guys show me love and support, I love showing love and support back. Who else? Big Dickhead, of course. What's going on? I hope my boys are in here too. I hope. Well, let me not say because then people think I have favorites, so I'm not going to say that. But I'll say Bill Powell is a very interesting person / character. So I hope Bill Powell's in here. And if he's not, and somebody can get a hold of him and say, "Hey, JDQ would love to know that you're in the stream because he misses you," in a very brotherly love type of way. Don't get awkward and weird with it. Let's see who else. I think that's everybody for now. I know there's probably a few people I can't see from this side because it was showing different names earlier. But anyways, tonight is a very interesting stream. Hopefully it didn't go on for 2 hours like the usual streams go for. But tonight's stream is pretty. Oh, look, there we got the new member, Blonde Java. We're doing fantastic, Blonde. We're doing fantastic. Good to have you in the house with the rest of the family. Christopher LaRoche said, I thought, listen, man, that's exactly why I shouldn't have said that. I have no favorites. Okay, I have no favorites. Julie Harmon. I have no favorites. Matt Jones. I have no favorites. Everybody in here. So I'm never gonna say that ever again on one of my streams. That way nobody gets the wrong impression that I got favorites and stuff like that. But yeah, y'all know every single one of you guys is my favorite. So I mean, there's no discussing that. There's no putting anybody in a competition. Everybody is amazing in here. Matter of fact, that's one of the reasons why tomorrow is a special day because, tomorrow, as you guys already should know, because I think the scheduled video, whatever, is on the channel. Tomorrow's stream is a very important one to me because number one, I owe some of you guys something. Number two, it's a very special stream for me as well, because I mean, what's going on, Brito? What's going on? What's going on, Walker? So hopefully you guys can tune in for that tomorrow. And I'm hoping to be on around this same time, like 6 or 7 p.m. I'm gonna be redrawing, because I drew them a few times and I just wasn't happy with the results. And if I want to give something to somebody for them to like put up and hang on the wall, or just kind of like keep it as a memory, I want it to come out like really nice. So I figured me kind of like forcing myself to do it live would kind of like push me to do like a little better. So I'll be doing that tomorrow night for the winners of the giveaway when I reached my 1,000 subscribers mark. So I do owe you guys that. And it's going to be fun. I'll be drawing live. We'll be talking about different stuff. You know, we'll make it interesting and fun and all that good stuff. But what I was going to say was tonight's stream is very special because we have an informant, if I can even say that or use that word. Too late. I did, I guess, already. We have an informant, someone who was able to, I believe, if I'm not, I stand corrected if I'm wrong, that worked closely with a certain predator catcher. All right. I'm not going to say the name. I'm pretty sure my guest will say the name and explain everything in detail. But yeah, we're going to have him on tonight, and he's going to be talking about his personal experience, or how I posted in the video title, like firsthand experience on how it was to work with that certain person, catcher, and the trials and tribulations. If there was any like good thing that came out of it, all the good and bad. If it is just bad, then it's just bad, period. There's no change in that. But yeah, also, if you guys saw, you said, where's the popcorn? Usually I would have already done it and had it in the bowl in front of me, but I think we're all out of popcorn right now. So it's going to have to wait until like next paycheck. But yeah, wait, hold on. This ain't the WWE where you can't mention Chris Benoit. Nice. I haven't heard that name in a long time, but yeah, listen, Chris Benoit is a legend. All right. I might have not been a big fan of him like that, but I got respect for him. He was huge wrestling talent for sure. But anyways. I won't say too much because of course I'm gonna allow my guests to like do most of the talking. Which by the way, it kind of reminds me. Yes, before I forget. Right. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Okay. What I was gonna say was one of the videos I was sharing, the last one, okay, predator catchers, Indianapolis. I was sharing that video and that catch. Yeah, Red Hood, you do have the green light. I'm just saying the few last words before the actual conversation, but you can go ahead and start joining the stream whenever you're ready. But yeah, I wanted to share that video and that catch because, oh, thank you, Mr. Chet Goldstein, or Goldstein. I say Goldstein. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I know it's definitely Chet. Appreciate that, Alex. I appreciate that. So that channel, the Indianapolis channel, I was sharing that ahead of time in tonight's pre-official like stream because I am gonna have him or his team on this channel soon. I can't drop the date of when yet, but it is happening soon. So if you want to get to know them a little better, then definitely watch out for that. It's gonna be nice. Y'all know how the interviews go on this channel. Always interesting conversations, always information, always really detailed information that comes out of these guys' mouths. So I would definitely watch out for that and put it on the calendar or whatever you want to do, to-do list. I don't know, however you take care of things that you want to do. But anyways, that being said, all right, yeah, the Red Hood does have the green light to come on whenever he's ready. By the way, guys, before I bring him on, before we start, let me clarify some things, okay? Let it be known, okay, that the person that we're going to be talking about tonight, okay, that person and I have buried the hatchet long time ago. I have no problems with the catcher that we're going to be talking about tonight, and I assume and expect that he has no problems with me. There's no beef, no drama, no nothing. It's just we pretty much like went our separate ways. That's, it is what it is. I don't wish him any harm, any bad. I always wish everybody good and blessings. So I'm not bringing on Red Hood to bash on the catcher. I'm bringing Red Hood on here so he can talk about his personal experience, how it went, how he, what, I don't know, his personal opinion from what he experienced, working alongside that catcher. That's all it really is. I'm not here to, talk down on anybody or make anybody look bad. This is just the guest that I'm having on tonight is just going to give their personal experience, and that's it. All right. If there's good to take from it, take the good. And if it's, just negative, then, you live and you learn, you move forward, you move on. And that's it. That's what it is. All right. What the heck? All right. That being said, actually, hold on. Let me do this right. So, I'm now formally introducing tonight's special guest, all right, the Red Hood. And if you know his name, good for you, all right? I had to say that. So that being said, Mr. Red Hood, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Can you hear me?
Fantastic. I hear you loud and clear or crystal clear, however you want to take it. How are you doing, good sir?
Good, very good. I could ask you the same thing. How are you doing, man? How are you?
Well, I'm glad you asked. So I know you're aware, and a lot of people here on the chat area are aware about my dad's situation. He has been cleared by the doctor. Doctor said that the operation on the eye on their end was a success. All that's really missing now is for my dad to follow orders and do the whole rules of keeping his head down while he recovers, and he should be good to go. And the eyesight should be a lot better on that last eye that he has left. So that's a huge relief on my end. That alone is allowing me to do a lot of things that I was putting on hold and in pause because the stress levels were high. You know what I'm saying? You as a son, you worry about, your parents and all that. So that took a lot of stress off me. But yeah, that's me. I'm doing good. So now it's your turn.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. I mean, in all honesty, I just I knew of your channel, but I've only recently popped up on your stream. So this whole thing with your dad is kind of fresh to me.
Oh,
But
okay.
either way, you mentioning that, I wish you nothing but the best. I wish your dad nothing but the best. Hopefully, under the circumstances that he is, whatever that may be, hopefully he recovers well and he keeps afloat.
Yeah,
Keeps
definitely.
keeps on living.
Appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I'll explain the details of that whole thing another time, I guess.
Yeah, of
Just,
course.
so you get the full story on it. But I appreciate those words, man. It does mean a lot to me that you said that.
Good.
All right. So starting off, okay. So I'm not gonna ask you for obviously your real name, nothing like that. If you want to share it, that's on you. You're free to share.
Yeah. Like I said, if you know my name, then kudos to you, bro.
Like I said, I seen it in the chat like on the last stream, but for the life of me, I couldn't like remember it right away. So I was like, I don't want to be that one guy. Be like, yeah, of course, it was Bob, right? No, I'm just gonna be like, no, I have to rewatch the the live chat feed on the last stream and be like, okay,
Right.
now I know who we're talking about.
Right.
But how? Tell me, how did it, all this like start? Like in general, like, how did you?
You know, so in general, for me at least, I stumbled upon Predator Poachers, the main channel first,
Okay.
and little by little, I kind of found that gateway into all the branches, Ohio, Toronto, Central Florida, New Jersey, that whole thing, and it kind of like you know it kind of roped me in. I was hooked on that shit. It was like I like this content, and then obviously things that are public knowledge now unfolded. The whole beef. Obviously, I don't have to go into detail. uh so the sub like obviously the person that I'm talking about, he he dipped, he cut ties with the poachers, and that's where it began for me. So he randomly he put up what do you call it, a post on Instagram, right,
Okay.
that goes, hey yo, I need help on a catch, if you want to be a decoy, whatever. And here I am thinking nothing of it. I hit him, I shoot him a DM, and I'm like, yo, I'd be down to help. I didn't think nothing of it. I went to sleep. I was like gonna go about my day, and then I wake up. I see a text back from uh Predator Catchers Alliance,
Right.
and then now the virgin in me went, "Oh my god!" He responded, but uh, I collected myself. No, I'm literally expressing how I felt at raw, like in that moment. I was like, so I collected myself. I was like, yo, yeah, I do the whole shit. He explained to me the job, and I was like, yo, I'm in. If I could, do my part in making my community safer, so be it. And we had a conversation. He was like, um, I wouldn't say the conversation was the first red flag. All I can say though is that he kind of like, obviously the job is serious to an extent. You know what I'm talking about, but he made it out to be like I was like I just signed up to work with the CIA or something. Like through the conversation,
Yeah.
like you kind of like, how like you're going to a job and then you try to sell someone on the job and then you like big it up. I mean, of course, I mean obviously, it's in his instinct and it's in his right, of course. But that's how it started for me. And then we talked a little more. Uh, we ended up getting our first catch, and obviously to the newcomer, the first catch is obviously, oh my god, I just caught like a really really dangerous individual,
Right. Right.
and from that moment on, it was easy going. And then I was like, um from that moment on, you know I think I was hooked. It became I stopped myself there. I was about to say it became a job.
Yeah.
I'll explain why not in a few moments. So I say it wasn't a job because uh the first 3 cases, the first 3 catches, I saw zero money. Uh, because to him, let's get one thing clear. You can take this next statement, as like someone who would obviously say it, but I have no reason to lie. Money wasn't what I was thinking of. You know, what I was thinking of was trying to you know do a little good. Hey, if like one of these creeps gets off the streets, then so be it.
Yeah,
So
making a difference. Yeah.
yeah, of course. So I guess this is all just to say I'm not the one who brought up money first. Uh, it was during a phone call where he even remotely mentioned money, and then according to him, it was this. What I later found out was to be like a really sketchy, twisted notion of a trial run, quote unquote, where I wouldn't be getting paid for the first three or four or
Mhm.
five. You notice what I'm doing there?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So just to, quote unquote, feel me out and, see what and then every single time he'd like, he'd play his cards right with me, like a year ago I was mentally fangirling over this guy. He played his cards right. He smooth talked me. He was like, "Yo, you think on your feet. You're a useful asset to the cause, man. I need someone like you on my team, my guy." All his isms, you know. And for a while, I fell for it, and that's my bad. I donated to this guy's stream. Uh, Thereafter, like countless times, and uh, I can safely say now that I regret every single penny I donated. Um, but literally, I have no one to blame but myself. I take full accountability, because I was in the loop. Like, ever seen the movie The Matrix?
Of course, of course.
Yeah, so I was freaking Thomas A. Anderson.
Okay.
I was asleep. I wasn't unplugged. The proverbial I wasn't unplugged. So yeah, that's that's the whole gist of it. But to move along, basically, before I go on, do you have any questions?
Well, actually, I did have a question earlier, but you kind of did already answer it. I was gonna ask, like, um, did you ever, at some point, even obviously, like nowadays, did you feel like regretful of how you felt before you started like working with him? You know what I
No,
mean? Because like,
of course. In a sense, everything is to a certain degree. It can't be black or white. Um, I say that because obviously, yeah, of course, I'm glad that I put a good handful of these guys. I helped expose a few of these guys, and then on the other hand, the means by which I did it and whom I did it with, that I regret because of obviously the how long did you work with him and deal with that? And I'm sorry he took advantage of you like that. I mean, my bad for kind of like you know putting it that way. Like it really isn't like he's like some evil mastermind. Although I'm starting to think he is, but that's besides the point. It's just simple. It's sim. The guy's like what 25,
yeah,
and
he's
here I am.
yeah,
Yeah, and like here I am, this newcomer, like itching to get like at least a bit of fame or whatever. I'm like, I'm gonna be a part of something big, I'm freaking, like starting to feel like a big boy, my big boy pants,
yeah.
But yeah, but then, obviously in the span of like, you know, 5 months, I grew a penis. So, yeah, where where it led to from there, I went on. a streak of catching these guys, and then even before things starting to heat up outside of my realm, I started picking up these several nuances. Uh, most notable of which would be the amount of times he kind of subtly popped off on me,
Okay.
and how he would you know display this sense of control. Like, yeah, he's the leader, but he exuberates this sense of dominance. It's like, I was about to make a comparison, but it's gonna be weird. But it's like he exerts that dominance, and not in a good way. Like, it's like, if you're a leader, you have to know how to lead people, and you have to know how to, how do I say, you have to know how to cooperate and collaborate with your teammates, and together collectively make the dream work. If you don't know how to do that, then no one's either A, no one's going to listen to you, or B, everyone's going to listen to you, and then because you talk down on them so much, it's going to get to a point where they're going to screw up eventually, and uh, it's going to get to a point where they're going to screw up eventually, and then you're going to get mad at them for screwing up, and then in hindsight, you could have done a better job to avoid the situation in the first place. But yeah, so the subtle nuances was basically, how uh, let's take up this one instance, right? So there was this one instance where, unfortunately, uh, one of these guys, one of these chomos, he was smart. This guy was smart. This guy was like, he played it good. He played us good, basically. So we weren't expecting this guy to. So we ended up meeting. No, I was like the decoy.
Yeah.
Him and his brother, or whoever fuck it was. We ended up going to. They ended up going to his to the location, for the meetup. Supposed to be this guy's house. Uh, Come to find out, in the meantime, it wasn't the guy's house. So what had happened was, so this is the video. I don't know if it's floating around online, where of him shouting at a white gate, talking about county bail with no jail. Um, if that makes sense. Um, which it doesn't. Uh, yeah, it's that clip floating around of him shouting at a white gate. In the moment, we thought that this guy had actually gone into his backyard. Now, here's the thing. That wasn't his backyard, and it didn't take a genius to assume. I mean, it didn't take a genius to know that the guy had jumped someone's fence, and had ran out back to escape. The guy basically played us. He played all of us.
Yeah.
How, like, at the end of the day, I did everything to the letter. How he preaches to do it, or his strict guidelines for how to interact in the chat.
Right.
So I did things by the letter, and this guy outsmarted all of us, basically. So after the catch, um, he goes on to say, uh, "Your own." So let me backtrack a little bit. During the catch, um, uh, one of his because we were talking via phone number while he was streaming, right? And then his, I don't know if it was his friend or whoever it was. This could just be petty, but I was promised, because it was late at night, and it was late at night, and there were no catches. There was nothing. It had been like an hour without a catch. Um, So in desperation, there was like, "Yo, I'm gonna pay you $30 if you get a catch right now. For one catch, I'm gonna pay you $30." So I get the catch, and then after everything goes to shit, the guy outsmarts us, right?
Okay.
He goes. I ask him. I was like, "Yo, am I gonna see the $30?" And then he goes, "You remember the last three catches? It's 10 per three catches." So
No,
yeah,
no.
yeah. So that's strike one. Strike two, I'm only gonna pay you 20 or 15 because he got away. Because you should have played it better. You should have outsmarted him. That's why I hired you for. Uh, I should have outsmarted the guy. I'm gonna pay you 15, and it kind of like that was strike one. That was like the first time he actually really did pop off on me. So um, I cried into my pillow that night. I was like crying my eyes out. Not really,
Yeah.
of course. Uh, but I cried. My vagina was all up in knots. Uh, so I wake up the next morning. I look up and wake up to see a text that says, "You know what, bro? Uh, it's you know what? It's not really your fault. I'm gonna pay you the $30, quote unquote. Still 10 per catch. I'm gonna pay you those $30. Um, even though it was your fault, like highlight that bit. Even though it was your fault, I'm still gonna pay you." See, this is a common denominator in 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 his interactions with other people. I could be a total jerk to you. Like I could completely make your day as sour as possible. Like I have the power to upset you. I have the power to get you pissed off. I have the power to ruin your day. But since I'm such a nice guy, I won't. But just keep that in mind. If I wanted to, I could. That's the sensation.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah. Uh, Credit to him. I saw the $30, and then that was that debacle. And then comes this whole shit with him, quote unquote, being robbed.
Yeah.
And he goes, uh, so the whole shit with him getting robbed, goes down. People are obviously asking, did you really get robbed? Da da da. And that day, me personally, this is on a serious note. I was spooked because the way he made it, the way he gassed it up during his stream, made it sound like some guys just randomly found him, like stream sniped him out of nowhere, and then basically came in to, try and assault the guy.
Okay.
So a part of me felt, fear, obviously, because like a guy I'm working with to do a really sensitive, the things I work with him on are really sensitive. The subject matter is sensitive, and knows what kind of people are in this. We live in a dark world.
Right.
I'm afraid to say it, but we live in a really dark and unpredictable world, and
No, it really is. I was just talking about that with my cousin the other day. Like, and I was saying, and not to interrupt you, keep your train of thought.
yeah,
But
of course,
this line of work, dare I say it, it does involve some violence only because depending on who you're catching and confronting, it could become a whole situation out after the catch or after the confrontation because, in desperate times, call for desperate measures type of situation for the
right, of course.
predator itself. you don't know who they know and who they're affiliated with. So you don't know if like the next day after the catch or a week later, whatever time frame there is, they talk, amongst their connections or family or friends, like, hey, this guy did this. You don't know how the family. You would think and assume that if it's friends and family, like you should have known better. You know what I'm saying? But you never know. Like if a certain family member will still, what I'm saying, protect and defend that predator, and vice versa, a friend. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know what lengths they're willing to go to protect and defend that person. So that's where it becomes like a whole like another world of like
Right.
possibilities and consequences. But yeah,
Right.
go ahead.
Of course, but then at the same time, you can't go on stream and claim that a certain predator called you and said, "Hey, I just got someone off the dark web to come and pop a cap in you." Like like it doesn't like I don't need a master's degree in psychology to know that no smart hitman would let you know that they put out a hit on you. I mean, it's common sense. But anyway, yeah, there's that. So I go, I go, I see the whole shit, and I'm like scared, yo. I'm like, yo, what the fuck, man? And this guy, like, and then what people are saying online. At first glance, I was like, yo, the guy got fucking robbed. Like, how are you not like? How are you like? Why would you doubt that? Like, he literally showed it live. Like, why
Right.
would you doubt that? Um, yeah, but then obviously stuff that isn't pertaining to me, stuff that's public knowledge. Um, you know, the things he said doesn't add up. Obviously, first it's my Gucci wallet and $900. Then it's my Gucci wallet and $1,200. Then it's $1,500. So there's that. And what for me was red flag number two was the fact that he gives me a call, you know, the day of, it's like 7 p.m. I'm like minding my own business. And excuse me. So the guy gives me a call, right? And he's like, "Yo, Red Hood, would you wouldn't happen to have $100 in cash lying around, right?"
No.
No, no. Hold on. So, and I'm like, "Yo, like what? Like, hold up, chill, relax." Like, he's like, because like he comes at me, like a bullet, how he normally does to people. He comes in like, "Yo, you wouldn't happen to have $100 in cash lying around, would you? I need to book a hotel or whatever. I need to book a hotel. I need somewhere to stay. Blah blah blah." So he asked me, and I'm like, "Yo, what the fuck? Like, what? Like, first of all, are you good? Like, you get you quote unquote got robbed?" And I'm like, "Yo, yeah, I'm fine, yo. But like, yo, I really need 100. Yo, I have 100 in PayPal. I just need 100 in cash. So let me drive over to your place, so you can, so I could give you. So wait, let me see. So I, me, hand over the 100, and he PayPal's me over the digital 100.
Okay.
And so I'm like, yo, what the like? This is out of nowhere. Like, and then I'm like, yo, are you okay? Like, are you? And then he's like, yo, can you just please do this for me, bro? Like, come on, man. And this next bit, I don't know how y'all are gonna take it, but uh, you know, I think I've, I think I've, established a sense of credibility,
Yeah,
and I know that if I were to lie about anything, then it would be pretty shameful on my part.
right.
But so he goes right. He says, "Yo, I need money. I need in cash. I'll pay you back or whatever."
Hmm.
Um, because I got back. I got into a fight with my dad, and my own mom called the cops on me.
What?
Let that sink in. So I got into a fight with my dad,
Yeah.
and my own mom called the cops on me. And so I can't crash at their place tonight. So I just need 100 in cash. And me, my like instantly I just clicked. I was like, that's red flag. Like the alarms are going off. Like,
Yeah.
do I really want a guy who, according to him, just got the police called on him by his own mother? Do I want him coming over to my house?
Yeah. I see what you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah. So I'm like, yo, I'm like, give me a second, give me a second. So this is where I would, take accountability. This is kind of a slight on my part because I just hung up and I just wasn't planning on calling him back. I just hung up and I was like, no, this is too much. I'm like zoning out for a bit. And then like 20 minutes later, I get a call back and he's still on it. Like he hasn't, like, mentally, I was just thinking that, maybe I just hallucinated some shit. But no, he calls back and he's like, yo, are we going to do this or not, man? And then on the fly, I'm like, yo, I'm out with, my family right now. I'm driving. I really can't, man. And so he goes, all right, give me the address of where you're going and then I'll come to you. And I'm like,
Whoa.
what? Like, what? Like, and then I was like, yo, man, yo, and then I try to play it off like as cool as I can. And I'm like, yo, I swear to you, my guy, my quote unquote brother, I swear to you, if I were here, I would be outside waiting with $100 right now. But I'm not. I am not. And, you know, red flag number two is just how condescending he is. Like, whenever he doesn't get his way, he's just like, it's like, come on, man, yo, it's just, yeah, like whining and shit like that. He's like, yo, and he's like, yeah, all right, fuck, whatever, forget about it. Like, trying to, as he leaves, trying to stick that knife into me, like making me feel bad about trying to make me feel like a jerk or some shit. But I didn't care. I was like, what the fuck did this guy just tell me? And I'm like, what? And then later, it comes back around, right? So he's always claiming that he's like some entrepreneur and stuff. Like he makes like 250 grand a week. And then I remember what happened, and I'm like, the same entrepreneur who makes 250 grand a week hits me up in desperate need of $100 in cash.
Hmm.
Like that, like the pieces don't match. So that's that. Yeah, that's that incident. And after that, I was like, I was spooked, because like like I asked myself, ideally, what would he have wanted me to do? You know, like I asked myself, like, what would he have wanted me to do? Would he want me to like wait outside with open?
Probably. Probably. Yeah.
Like, considering you just told me that your own parents basically just called the cops on you.
Hmm.
Like, what would you have me do? Like, like, yeah, like it doesn't add up. It really doesn't add up. But there's that, and I was getting cold feet,
Right.
uh regard aside from this, me on this whole me personally, right? um I was finding it like harder and harder every time to get on these apps and keep doing this, because this is strictly on the job itself now, because like you need you need a tenacity, like people can say like, oh, it's easy, just stick to protocol and shit. It takes a tenacity and it takes a mental fortitude that most people don't have. You know, there's just no getting around that. You either have it or you don't. And
Yeah.
yeah, there's so many explicit pictures you can receive and
Hmm.
stomach. Like there's only so many times you could sit down at the dinner table and then have your phone vibrate. You open it up and it's something lewd, you know.
Hmm.
And then the fact that you have to carry on the conversation, it's like, it takes its toll. And aside from the fact that I have like a million things going on for me right now, you know, private stuff,
Right.
uh, my life basically, So um, it got to a point where I seriously started considering backing out, and so that's another thing too. That's strike three. Strike three is like, were this any other person, they would have stayed on for like 5 more months. Guarantee you. If I didn't make the choices I'd make, I guarantee you I'd still be working for this guy. Uh, quote unquote working for this guy. So
Let me ask you this.
basically, yeah, sure. Go ahead. Yeah. Let me just take a break for now. Yeah, that was a lot. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So, and once again, this is not to be taken like as if I'm trying to uh, throw dirt on anybody. I'm just curious. All right, I'm curious about this question I'm gonna ask you. Okay.
Of course.
Um, During the whole time that you were, working like side by side, close to him.
I'd say under him, but carry on.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
actually even better.
Side by side. Yeah, side by side. Yeah. No. But
Only
yeah,
him
carry on.
probably, and probably not even that. So yeah,
Yeah.
under him is a more of a better term for it. That's good.
Yeah.
Um, when you were working under him, did you notice any unusual tendencies, if I could put it that way, to where it would kind of like, make your mind think like, oh, like this might be like a possibility of like he might be into certain things, or did no curiosity ever
No,
spark?
yeah. Um. Yeah, of course. I mean, it's nothing that I can say in regards to that is anything that hasn't been on public display. Like, with the whole you know drug use, like cocaine and shit like that. I mean, I'm not one to say, um, you know, everything that people put on public display of clips. They no, Night Vale, no. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know because I'm not one of his, uh, you know, drug running uh, buddies. But yeah, I wouldn't know. Um, I wouldn't know. And like I said, people put that on public display. Of like clips of him, doing the whole like that.
Hmm.
And uh,
Which we're not saying it is or
we're not.
is.
Yeah, I'm
We're just
not.
saying it's been displayed.
Especially me. I'm in no place to say that. I'm in no place to say that, because like I've only, like, our interaction only goes so far. Like it's not like I'm next to him whenever he potentially could. deuce one out, but all I can say in regards to that is like the signs are overwhelming, and should he not present any evidence otherwise, then people are going to tend to believe what they believe or what they want to believe as they are inclined and as is their right to do so, and from my perspective, strictly my perspective, the evidence is in favor of that, it's in favor of a certain degree of substance abuse and um him hanging out with uh really shady individuals like um this whole Mo character. Are you
Okay.
familiar with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he got slated, he got leaked, and here I am feeling bad over him until I get an article presumably presumably saying that this same guy that was on Rami's stream was involved in he faced time and was involved in really nefarious activities. That's public knowledge. It's an article online. So nothing I say should be a surprise. You could like literally look it up. But yeah, that's like that. Yeah, that's red. That's another red flag. That's all I can say in regards to that. I'm in no place to say whether he does it or not. But should he not present any evidence to, refute what everyone's saying,
Right.
then people are gonna lean towards, what's more fun to believe and what's more what can be seen.
Right.
Yeah, of
It
course.
makes
Yeah.
more
So
sense.
yeah, it's not my place to say whether he is or he isn't. But on that subject, before I lose it, uh, I actually did meet him face to so the extent of him and I, we met once face to face, once, and it was when I went to go do a catch with him basically, and the cops come and uh so they called in saying hey, somebody said there was a taser involved, and supposedly this was very serious, um and I'm over here kind of like tense, like obviously I have nothing to hide. um like cops, they're cops, like they given the way the country sees them right now, they're like, cops are like, are a delicate subject, so cops, okay, I'm like, okay, cops, let's take this 1 second at a time. So they keep insisting to see his car,
Okay.
and then he like, I don't know how far I can get, or like how far in terms of explaining a point I can get with this, because it's completely in his right, as so long as there's no probable cause. It's completely in the situation. It was completely within his right to deny the officers access to the vehicle. Um, yeah, it's completely within its right. But then they keep insisting for a reason, and mentally I'm there. So the catch is a bus basically. So we didn't get to do the confrontation. We spoke to him for like 5 minutes, and then it was over. It's basically cop time. So I'm there mentally screaming, "Yo, if you don't have a taser, you clearly don't have a taser. At least I don't suspect you have a taser. Show them the car so this can be over." You know, because like
Right.
I don't want to potentially. So there I am. I can truthfully say, uh, the one positive. in a certain aspect are his fans, because his fans go out of their way to facilitate things for him, whether that be donos or chats. The fans, the fan that night at least, say there was like over 2,000 live viewers. The fans saved our asses that night. The fans, the cop was. I was surprised he even did this. Like the cop appeared into the live chat and he asked the live chat, "Is there a taser?" And in over a bunch, like 99% of them, they were like, "Yeah." I mean, they were like, "No, no, there is no taser."
Yeah,
So
I was there that stream. Yeah, I remember that.
yeah, off of that, I was like, "Yo, um, yeah, the stream basically. I mean, the chat, the people, they basically saved our asses that night because, like, I don't even want to think of what could happen, but my main takeaway was like his resistance to not show them
Yeah, yeah,
the
I agree
the
with you.
car.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like, and it's only coming back to me now with like this whole supposed dubious substance abuse thing. It's like I'm drawing possibilities here. It's like, why would you not want them to search
right,
your car? Like, are they gonna find something in there that's potentially in violation of a certain law? Like, are they gonna find the stash of whatever?
That's
I'm asking myself this now because should he have for some reason should he have let them? Should he have let them uh basically get search the car? And should they have found something?
right,
What is that? Where does that put me? Because I'm with him. I maybe because I say, hey, I'm just here. I'm not technically with him. But I rode in his car, and going from the fact that I rode in his car, they would automatically link me to whatever they could potentially find in his car. So here I am. Yeah, exactly. If you have nothing to hide, then why not let them search? Uh, yeah, it boils down to that. Like, what if they had found something, and I'm there, just waiting for this to be over? Um, like you get where I'm going. Like, what if they had found something? Like, does that implicate me in some way?
right. No,
Like, could I have been in potentially serious trouble that night?
oh yeah, definitely. You know how it is. Sadly, one bad apple, as they say, not to sound cliche, but one bad apple, ruins the bunch. So it sadly, if had it gone that route, yeah, if he would have would have been locked up, you would have been locked up too, bro.
Again, not to say that he had anything on that night,
Yeah, but if
because yeah, but like it begs the question: why the hesitant? Why so hesitant to let them search? Like, why so hesitant to keep them away from your car?
here's my thing.
Right.
I didn't mean to sound like somebody, but here's what I think. Okay.
Right. Right.
So you gotta pick your battles. I'm all for knowing your rights and you know what I'm saying, standing up for yourself and using the rights in your favor and the law. I'm in favor of all that, up to a certain degree. But yo, when you just gotta pick your battles, like when it's that serious, you know what I'm saying? Like you have to you gotta know that doing what he did just makes things so much more tense and so much more serious and so much more like overwhelming that it's you're putting he was being selfish because if he did if a big if, he did have something in the car that he shouldn't have had, guess what? To answer your question, yes, guilty by association. You and anybody else who would have been there. Like it is what it is. That's the way it goes, especially like nowadays. So
Of course.
I truly, and this is just my opinion, I truly believe, sadly, sadly, he had something. Like I can't say what, and I won't say what specifically, but there was definitely something in the car that should have not been in the car at that point in time. And he found a way out through, like you said, the fans, and by some miracle of God, the officer allowed it to go that route. Like, okay, well, but you know what I'm saying? Like, this just it
No, of
baffled.
course.
I was there for that stream. I saw that stream live. I was at parking lot at my job, I think, when that happened, and I was just like blown away. Like, I cannot believe this is like the first time in history I've seen someone get away with something, because he got away with something. I can't say what, but he got away with something.
No. We got away. We got,
Mhm.
like, let that be clear. We got away. If it weren't for that stream,
Yep.
for that live chat, I don't know where the fuck I'd be right now. I really wouldn't. I really, really wouldn't. And, like, I go home that night sweating like a motherfucker. I'm there, you know, going over it in my head. I'm like, like I was spooked. I was shook, and like, is that's when I first started to ask myself, like, was this such a good idea?
Right.
But then I ended up doing like 10 more catches for him, so that didn't really do much. But that was glaring, um, that was that was one of the most glaring moments. Uh, and if if we want to go the if we want to take your route and go through your perspective, what you believe and what people are inclined to believe. If we are inclined to believe that he had something, that ultimately goes to show how little he cares about those who he employs and those who he brings along with him. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure he, like, once or twice said my name out loud midstream when I specifically told him not to. Um, but like I said, now, obviously, if you know my name, well, then good for you.
Right.
But uh, but back then, I wasn't too keen on getting my name. I'm still kind of not. But obviously, I wanted him to consider that. And uh, while I'm on that topic, like, yeah, it's just his general mannerisms. It's really unpleasant. Guarantee you how many times we missed the same corner trying to get to my house because of I don't know. I can't tell you how many times we missed the same corner that night alone because, yo, shout out to so and so with the $50 donation. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, he missed my corner twice reading a donation. I'm like, yo, like, could you try and listen to her? I can't tell you my direct address. So can you at least try to, you know, listen? Like, we got there, and I was like, yo, part of me was feeling stoked, that adrenaline rush, and then part of me, had that clarity, and, like, what the fuck, like, what could have happened?
Yeah.
What
Exactly.
could have happened? And now that I think of it, I have a tendency to, act, you know, rash, but then that's everyone, What really matters is if you can if you can look at it after the fact and judge it from a neutral perspective. Like, what matters is that, okay, you act rash, okay, you did some bullshit. What matters is if you can a year, and at any point in the future, if you could look back on that moment and think clearly, was that really the right decision? Did I really? If it was, okay, cool. And if it wasn't, then what matters is you acknowledging it, like your ability to look back at whatever it is you might have done and be like, was that really the right choice? Like in the moment, was that really the right thing to do? And looking back, I probably shouldn't have gone with him. I really shouldn't have, and uh, just to not find myself on that street corner in the first place, you know. Uh, but yeah, and yeah, that's another. But yeah, any
I,
question?
I have a question
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I know someone asked this earlier,
right.
and you kind of just once again you kind of just answered it right now. But I know uh, the person that asked it earlier, and I had the same question actually on my mind. Um, well, let me answer this real quick. Yes, Jenny. Yes, my father as well. The surgery went well. He's in recovery right now, but thank you for asking. So okay, we know that obviously, like after all that, you decided to, kind of like step up and say, like I think I'm done with him, like altogether, officially, like just done. Period. But a few of us are thinking, okay, when you saw the first flag, because I'm someone who I typically give people like a few chances. And I've said this before on the channel. I give people at least like three chances to redeem themselves before I take actions and say I don't want to deal with them anymore, or like I'll try to make it work with them, whether it be a friend or whatever. Um, in your experience, like when you saw the first red flag, what held you to kind of like still stick, what I'm saying, under his wing and like kind of like fight through what you saw and said, you probably said to yourself, oh, maybe, it's something out of the norm. Maybe it's not going to happen again. What were those things that kind of like kept you along,
You know what it was, and I'm being brutally honest right now. Since I was so in his bubble, I had a really, really huge hatred for a certain overweight white redhead.
uh, please go on. Yes, I gotta hear about it. We've all been
Yeah,
there
no,
before.
yeah, and yeah. Since I was so in his bubble, I had this really, really, really like flaming hatred for the racist, KKK leader, uh, 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 predator poachers. I was in that bandwagon, and I was like, you know, oh, like I'm pretty sure I rationalized it like, let me keep working for this guy. This guy's not racist, even though he's been caught on tape saying the N word uh, numerous times. This guy's not racist. This guy does things by the book. This guy's more professional. Uh, um, this guy's uh, uh, this guy's uh, this guy does things more maturely, if you could even put it that way. This guy kind of has a sense of what he's doing. That's what I thought at the time, So I
Right.
was like, yo, the more I could the more I can work for this guy. This guy's on a roll. This guy's growing. Uh, you know that kind of sentiment. Uh, then comes this whole COVID thing. I don't hear from him for like a month. Then he hits me up. He's like, "Yo, what's good, brother? What's good?" I was like, "Yo, I need you back on that train um for like 15. I need you back on the train Thursday or Friday, whatever." Uh, and I'm like, "Okay." So and then uh, you know, from then on, it's not so much me, but it's more so things that happen on the outside. You know, the things people start saying about him, and I think it was one day just sitting on Predator Poacher's stream that I actually started to think for a second. I was like, let me take what I know and put it into perspective, okay? Let me be like, okay. Um okay, so red flag number 1, the entrepreneur who makes 250 grand a month or whatever is desperate for $100 in cash. Um red flag number 2, his story keeps changing, you know, uh him first it's 900, then it was his Gucci bag, whatever the fuck. Um red flag number 3, you know, how he carries himself with people, how him basically putting showmanship over, you know, leadership. uh yeah, you can go ahead and 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 tag that showmanship over leadership. Red flag number 4, how he basically the things that don't add up about him, you know, the things that, you know, how he carries himself, the whole Benji situation. um Excuse me, the whole uh um yeah, things upon things, like I can't even keep it straight in my head anymore, right? Because like there's like it's like every other week, every other month or so, something new comes out about this guy that paints him in a bad light.
Yeah.
And then what really called my attention is a couple of his mods, you know, they left. Like um I go on his stream any given day, I don't see Strike anymore, I don't see uh um what's your name, Jim Bruno anymore, I don't see none of these men. um and then it got to a point where I literally call him one day and I'm like, yo, real talk, I wanna, I'm done, man, I'm done. uh I kind of tried to pass it off, I was like, yo, it's personal life, blah blah blah. But then he kind of got me to quote unquote open up, and then I just came forth with it. I'm like, yo, the shit they're saying about you, are you, like, is it true? Like what the fuck's going on, man? Like, you have a lot of shit you're not answering for. And like, I bring up the whole mod situation. I'm like, yo, uh, for Poach's archive. I bring up the whole mod situation. Um, you know, people leaving him. Like, what happened to, what happened to everyone? You know, like why do I go on Alex's channel and then see Jen Bruno as a mod? Like, what the fuck? Like, it's like me, it's like if fucking Messi ripped off his Barca t-shirt and went to go Real Madrid. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it was ridiculous, you know. So I hit him up and he's like, "Yo, are you seriously starting to doubt me? Like, have I not been good to you? Like, no, like, notice that. Have I not been good to you? Like, have I not, you know, like you know, I always, yo, you're valued, you know. Have I not been good to you? You know, have I not been honest with you or whatever?"
Like a man who beats his wife and then asks her that question right afterwards.
I wouldn't go, I wouldn't go as far as to say that, but like, it's obviously in his, like, on a serious note, that's the way he talks, you know. Like, he talks as if, you know, you owe him something. Like, in that, in the stream where he goes to talk with the guy, the boss of the Predator, where he works there. And like, you know, the way he talks is like, it's like he's some sort of like he's some sort, like he's some sort, like he has a, like a Napoleon comp, like the only thing keeping me from saying he has a Napoleon complex is the fact that he's like 5'9" and not like 3 foot something. But like it's the way he carries himself with people. Like the guy, he's clearly not aware that he's being recorded, and then when he finds out that he's being recorded, he obviously is anxious about it. Like, what are you doing recording me? And he's like, he's like, look, here it is again. Literally, I can record you as long as I want because we're in public property. But since I'm such a nice guy, I won't record you. I'll keep the camera to myself. Although technically, don't forget that I can record you all I want. You know, I could be an asshole, but since I'm such a nice guy, I'll keep the camera on myself. But don't forget it. Did I already say that? Did I already say that? Like that? So, uh, so, and then afterwards, he goes like, "Yo, that guy's sus. Like, is he sus because he didn't play ball with you? Is he sus because he wouldn't let you record the the name of your shop? Is he like sus because he wouldn't engage with you if he wouldn't toss you the bone back? Is that why he's sus? Or is he sus because he simply is carrying himself professionally and doesn't want to give in to your whole showman schisms, and
That's the question to ask right there, honestly.
he doesn't could it be that he's just a worried guy trying to look out for his shop and trying to sort out through the repercussions of having a potential child predator under his employment?
Right.
And he's carrying things out as professionally as he possibly can. And here comes Mr. My Guy talking about, yo, I could blow up your store. The last person I did it to has 5-star reviews. Trying to bring himself off as he's like some sort of hot shot or some shit. And then afterwards, where the confrontation's done, he's like, yo, that guy annoyed me. Yo, that guy is sus. That guy's, what's he got to hide? What's he got to hide? Are you kidding me? Like,
the same guy who
the same guy who wouldn't let the cops
thank you, that
wouldn't let the cops show who wouldn't show the cops what he had inside his car is asking, what's he got to hide? Huh? What's he got to hide? Now, I could go on and on about this, but case in point, literally, the guy didn't want to play ball with him, and he's just there, acting like he's fucking Jake Paul or something. All that, man. That was that like red flag number 5 or 4 or which
I
one?
mean, I lost count, man.
I lost count.
Like 5, 6, or 7 or something like that.
Right. But all that, I'm like, yo, like, what the fuck is going on, man? Like, come on, toss me a bone here, man. And so he goes, so, uh, there, this next thing I'm not at liberty to say because I messaged the individual that I was going to talk about.
Right.
And out of respect for the individual, they didn't give me the green light or red light as to whether I could say what I wanted to say. So it involved this individual and uh, predator poachers.
Yeah.
So because I wasn't given the green light or red light, I'm not gonna carry on with saying this next bit.
Got you.
Should I ever, literally should they text me right now and give me like the green light or anything, then yeah, I'll spill it. But case in point, Rami made serious allegations pertaining to this individual, like serious allegations that when I told him to prove it, he was like, I'll show them to you later. I'll show you the screenshots later. Uh, uh, Cray Cray. I'd retract the question. I'm not. Do you ever do drugs with them? Come on, man. Seriously. I'm over here trying to, bring light as to like just to give another perspective as to what this individual is about and you know what comes with working under him and you know it could just be that I was like the bad person for their job and to any other to to his fans it could just be like, oh, I was just the wrong person for the job, I don't have what it takes or whatever. But me personally, I was just uh so this dude, sorry, I'm just reading the comments.
No, you good. You good.
Yeah, I mean,
Same thing.
yeah. uh yeah, I was, so yeah, basically I just want to clarify, yeah, I was the decoy. I basically set up the catches, I basically did like the bulk of the talking and stuff. And the only instance I've ever come face to face with him was that one incident, but that one incident was enough to get my point across. But you know
So
that's
wait a
yeah.
second.
What's up?
I'm sorry to cut you off, and once again, hold that train of thought about
Right.
what you're going to
What's
say
up?
right now. So just to ease Cray Cray's questions, okay? If you can and want to, how old are you? And the for real question about you know, do you or have you like done like drugs with him? Like yes or no?
No, of course not. Of course not.
Okay, so that's a no, Cray Cray. No drugs with the R word. And if you can and provide or want to provide your age, that's up to you.
I'm I'm over the age of 20.
Okay, so that's both questions asked, Cray Cray. All right, I keep trying to tell everybody, and that's no offense to you, Cray Cray, but I try to tell everybody to hold their questions until after the conversation, so this won't happen. That I have to interrupt you to like bring in a question from like a
No,
viewer.
and then it's just. I mean, I'm sorry, but then at this point, it's just a stupid question, honestly. But like, cause like I'm here trying to, you know, you know, talk about this guy, and we have a question like that. I mean, I mean, you're just taking the piss out of it, honestly. So obviously, no, I don't. Um, I don't engage in that thing. I don't, and I'm to to calm your curiosity. I'm over the age of 20, so
I'm sorry, I heard you, but I read something just now.
what
Trying
was that?
to hold in my laughter. Like,
What?
well, I just saw Tori write because I always write in all caps on the screens.
Wait,
Wow.
who's Tori? No Games Mob?
Yeah. She's like, "Don't yell at me, JDQ." I'm like, "Oh my god!" But
Yeah.
I get you, bro. Like you're trying to shine light on uh what you took from like the experience you had like observing this person up close and personal, a thing that a lot of people kind of like wish they had just to get to know this person a lot better and to know like you know what I'm saying, like what he's really about. So you have like a front row seat of that and you're sharing all this experience, and then we get questions like oh but did you do this, and like things that, no offense to Cray Cray, once again, no offense at all, no disrespect, but it's
Again, yeah, of course. No,
it's
like,
taking out of, yeah.
yeah, just like I might have overreacted there, because I'm just like in the heat of the moment. So I apologize. I
Same here.
to the to the extent that I can, I apologize for losing my shit with uh for saying what I said to him.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, if I'm gonna lose my shit, it's gonna be with who we're talking about, Rami. If I'm ever gonna say anything demeaning, it's gonna be about him. So I apologize. To the extent that I gotta apologize, I apologize. Uh, it's the question just got me riled up.
No, I got
Yeah.
you.
Let's just try to move on. No hard feelings. Honestly, let's just carry on.
Yeah.
Can you ask Red Hood if Rami cares about kids at all, or does he do it for the clout? Um,
Um,
there's many. Uh, there's a there's many ways you could look at this, right? So you could obviously say someone on the outside looking in, hey, this guy's catching chomos, he he must be a great guy. He must be like Mr. Rogers behind the scenes. But to be completely blunt, um, it's not like that. Um, people, there is such a thing as putting on a character and then being someone completely different when the lights are off or when the cameras aren't rolling.
oh, I've
You know,
seen that. I've seen that too. But go ahead.
yeah, I mean, for all I know, I mean, this guy could be like some sort of saint. This guy could like donate like $2,000 to charity every single month behind the scenes, and he just doesn't tell us about it. You know, I
Right.
mean, yeah, of course. But then to answer the question, does he care about kids? Um, the way he acts in his videos, you would have to, you would think that he does. But then knowing all the small nuances, and then um, when you think objectively about it, and then when you take everything into consideration and actually think logically for a second, you start to realize that um that that it may not be all about it. I mean, again, it depends how you look at it. People get on not to suck his dick or anything, but people get on predator poachers. People call him out for, oh, you're in it for the money. Oh, you're a money chaser. I mean, like, is it too far fetched of an idea to want some compensation for a good work that you do? Like, is it too much to ask for something in return and ask for something in support? And like the thing is that he's upfront about it. I
Yeah.
mean, the money you give to me, I'm gonna use to buy some stuff for myself. I'm gonna put some into the channel. I'm gonna pay for some gas. You know, things along that line. And then you have the other side of the spectrum. Every little dollar gets reinvested into the channel, my guy. Uh, and then you come out with he says that, and then 3 seconds later he's subtly bragging about how much more money he makes than you, and like how he makes like six figures. Uh, you know, uh, constantly like you know saying stuff along the lines of, hey, you don't got as much money as me or whatever, like trying to flaunt that he's all that. Like, you say that 1 second, and the next second every dollar you donate gets reinvested into the channel. Like I said, that's been the theme throughout this entire thing. Things not adding up. You know, like, they don't add up at all. Uh, so basically, yeah. To answer that question, it depends on how you look at it. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Who am I to say? Who are you to say? And who are who's anyone to say? Where his head's at. You know, but yeah. Uh, I think we could take a few moments to answer questions in the chat.
So the last question I had up on the screen, I'm gonna see if I can put it back up.
Yeah.
But it was basically like, did you ever feel like used while being his decoy?
Not used, but more worked, like in the sense that like he said all the right things to keep me on for as long as he did, and looking back at it, uh I knew what he was doing. I knew why he was saying some of the things that he said to me. Uh, like the language, his tone, his the way he speaks. Like I knew that he was just trying to work me to okay. Obviously, this guy's doing something for me. Obviously, I want to keep him on. But yeah, I knew what he was doing, and the only reason I didn't talk back at the moment was to not escalate an unnecessary confrontation with him, because like I saw the opportunity to avoid a potential fight or a
Yeah.
potential verbal altercation, so I took it. I don't want to rile this guy on. I don't want to get in the way of his whatever train he's on. Um. So yeah, it's not like I let up until I realized what he was doing. It's not like I let myself being quote unquote used. It's I knew what he was doing. I just chose not to say anything. I just chose not to escalate it, like, in fear of, not in fear, but more like, just avoiding an unnecessary verbal confrontation with the guy, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. So
I
something like
have the next question, which, by the way, that was very well explained right there. I don't think anybody has more questions like about that afterwards. But I put the next question on the screen. Nago asked, "Does he use the donuts for clothes and shoes?"
does he use the donuts for clothes and shoes? Who am I to say? I'm not his banker. Yeah, yeah. Next question. Honestly, yeah, I'm not his banker. Who am I to? There's just certain things that again, I reiterate, I only got so close to the guy, but
Gotcha.
then given he is who he is, that could either mean a lot and that could either mean nothing. And it's up to you guys to decide whether what I say means anything at all or something. Because if I were given liberty to say what I'm keeping, he'd have a lot to answer for, and yeah, he'd no doubt have a lot to answer for, and he'd obviously like he has a lot to answer for now.
Right.
Where's the RV trip? Where's all the money that was supposedly going into this trip? Like where's Bangai? Where's his picture? You know, where's his when he was asking press? Actually, they all say something or there's a rush without anything sexual being. No, 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 no. To respond to Jenny, uh, obviously he waits for something sexual to be said, but then again, looking at it now, uh, hearing predator poachers and the way he sees it, it literally a few seconds ago or a few minutes ago, I said that, hey, they told me I'll pay you $30 if you get us a catch, like right now. Like not even 15 minutes talking to this guy, a few explicit images, and boom, it's considered a catch, and he actually carried out. You know, so it's not. It's what you would call like the late horny incel, and the not and the person who's not actually a prolific, pedophile of sorts. You get where I'm going with that?
Of course. Of course. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so basically, to answer that, yeah, I mean, so obviously he waits for something obviously sexual to be said, but then um like a lot of people are wondering why he takes like an hour or so before he gets on stream. I can tell you firsthand that the whole hour, uh there was at least two or three streams where he'd be on for like an hour, hour and a half. saying, "Hey, catch in 5 minutes, catch in 5 minutes,"
Mm-hmm.
where I know for a fact I'm the only decoy available to him. And then the way he how he played it off in the stream was like, "Yo, um, I remember specifically him saying one time, "Hey, the the um the predator, he wants nudes or something like that." Meanwhile, I'm in my bed playing video games. Like I'm watching the streams, but I'm not even actively searching for anything right now because like he hasn't given me the green light. Like nothing's been. He knows, and I know that nothing's been held down, and yet he goes on stream saying, "Hey, we're talking to a predator." Like, like, like you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like knowing that we have nothing locked down, he goes, "Hey, we're talking to a predator." Like we have two lined up when I don't even have one lined up. So his followers are there for like an hour, hour and a half, like sitting there doing whatever. And that's just another tidbit I thought I'd add in. There's several instances where there'd be nothing lined up, and then he go on stream and say, "Hey, we have two predators lined up, or we're 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 gonna catch him or
Yeah.
whatever."
He,
5 minutes.
he thought he was as catching from Pokemon, you
Yeah,
know,
I mean, yeah,
ready to go out and get his Pokeballs out and catch these non-existent 2 or 3 catches that were
yeah.
not.
I mean, yeah. Again, you can't say anything different, because I'm the one behind the phone. I was the one facilitating catches, and I know for a fact there's at least 2 to 3 streams where he said the exact same thing. Oh, we have a catch lined up, or we have so and so lined up. When in actuality, there's nothing lined up, and I'm half asleep. Like I remember one time, literally taking a nap, and I'm half asleep. I'm out of it, and he texts me. He's like, "Yo, let's get a catch," and I'm like, "Well, I mean that's just little nuances, But like to reiterate, yeah, he'd say things that weren't, you know. But
So,
yeah, of
not once again, not to interrupt you. Keep your train of thought as
course.
always. But so it's already been like maybe 3 or 5 times through this whole conversation where someone has brought up the whole autograph for $500 situation. Like, how much do you know about that?
Um. Uh. As much as honestly, like I said, as much as you guys, there's a video on a channel uh showing uh Rami doing donuts in a parking lot, shouting "Bangay, Bangay," uh basically, shouting his name, saying, "Yo, he just donated $500. Oh my god!" Uh, and then he merged that clip with a clip 5 months later of the same guy coming into his stream, and he's like, "Who the fuck are you?"
Nah.
Like, like poor Ben Guy. I mean, that's all I know. I wasn't in his. Again, like the closest I ever got to him was that one day where I met him, and everything went to shit. And yeah, the closest, I guarantee you, were I still working for him, I'd be running. Apparently, he promised me uh, he wanted to start using his Facebook more, and he's like, "Yo, just because I like you so much, you don't have to do this whole predator thing anymore. I'll let you run my Facebook page, and then whatever revenue that makes, I'll give you a cut." Just another example of you know saying stuff to keep me hooked. you know
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah, that's
love that wording. The way he words it is like, yo, check this out. Because I like you so much, and because you're such an asset to the team in the
yeah,
movie,
yeah, of course.
I'm gonna let you.
No, yeah. It only got to a certain point where I just start seeing past like the language he was using, you know, and when I realized what he was doing, or like when realized what he was trying to subtly do, that's when I was like, yeah, this guy is definitely trying to string me along. Like this guy thinks I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
And when he made the claims that I won't say, when he made those claims, it's like this guy thinks I'm an idiot. Like this guy thinks I'll take anything. Like this guy thinks if he says that, I don't know, that predator poacher has a vagina between his legs, that I'll believe it. I mean, like this guy. That's when I knew like this guy definitely thinks that I'm stupid. That like I can easily manipulated. South Philly, no, he didn't mistreat me in person. No, it's not. It's the more abstract things, how one carries himself, how one talks to someone, like the how you come off. It's like one can only look at Eric, his old driver. Again, because you made us late by an hour, a drive that should have taken like 2 hours, it took three. I should take $50 out of your pay for tonight but since I'm such a nice guy, I'll let you keep the $50 here, and here I'll give you an extra 20 just so you feel even guiltier about you know I don't even have to repeat what my point is, like make you feel like let him keep his pay, which he's rightly due,
Right.
but make him feel miserable about it. Like he's such a good guy. Does Rami fake donations? I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
these are really great questions, guys.
Yeah,
And
Eric. Yeah, Eric. Um, we're never gonna see him again. We're never gonna see Mo again. Uh, uh, we're never gonna see. Uh, I can't even remember the other guy's name. We're never gonna see Eric again. We're never gonna see Mo again. Uh, uh, Obviously he's to some degree he's a narcissist. You can't deny that. Anyone with half a brain can figure that out. Um, yeah, the guy just the way he conducts himself with others, he's just really he comes along as really unpleasant. Well, he eventually started to come along as really unpleasant to work with, and he just doesn't take no for an answer. He struggles with that. He struggles with denial. Like he struggles with being denied, and of course everyone to a certain yeah, precisely, Joshua Knox. Like basically, he surrounds himself with yes men, people who big him up more than he should be. One thing is to provide moral support, and another thing is to just big him up. Like if this guy says he wants to conquer Europe, like the yes men would be like, "Hey, I'm on the first horse right next to you." Uh, yeah, I mean, he's a he's a salesman. He to a certain degree, yeah, he is a salesman because he sold me on for a good 3 more months, 4 more months. He sold me that. He sold me that vision. What was the deal with that guy who was supposedly threatening his life and coming to his house during that one live stream? Uh, I wouldn't know anything about that, but I mean, he just spews so much shit out of his word hole. I mean, like you don't like an FBI agent next to your house, seriously,
right, that's
and
something I'm like, come on.
and like the guy. Oh, like, are you talking about that one time he got absolutely duped
Well,
by Alex and Pablo, like where he made threats, and he's like, "Why does the iPhone not record audio?" And I'm like, because there was no, he got caught in a flat out lie. That was another thing too. When I saw that, I was like, yo, yeah, that was red flag number 6. Red flag number 6. Uh,
I think you've
he
passed.
got he got caught up in a flat out lie. That was a lie, a stone cold lie. Like he could like weasel his way out of anything else, but that you cannot weasel your way out of that. You got caught in a stone cold lie. Like you said that there was a death threat made against you. I mean, if you consider someone saying you got a big ass nose a death threat, then I don't want to know what world you're living in. Like if you get my drift, you know, I mean, it's almost laughable, and it's to a certain extent, it's almost pathetic, you know, because once you see what he's doing, then you ask yourself, who are they really donating for? Like, who are these people actually donating to? The cause, or this guy who's on a power trip? You know,
Yeah.
the guy who keeps saying, "My, what are you donating to? Are you donating to the quips?" He says, "With great power comes great responsibility." Um, uh, him saying that makes me want to, you know, virtually smack him across the face, because a, how dare you disrespect how dare you put Spider-Man in your mouth?
What?
How, like, you know that with great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah.
That's his motto, you know. So how dare you tarnish that with great power? With great power, my ass. You know, I mean, look at you, man. You're who you are. You know, you're like trying to compare yourself to Peter Parker or
Right.
some shit, trying to make yourself out to be just like some hero. You know, like you're not Spider Man. You're not. You're not. You're no. You're no.
Bro, and I should know, I'm a huge.
Who am I to say if you're a hero or not? Because at the end of the day, you are, you know, stopping potentially dangerous people. Then again, that doesn't give you a green card to, you know, be a douchebag to whoever the hell you want.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's again, yeah, he's a typical scammer, you know. Uh, uh, Joshua Knox, start your own thing.
I'm
Uh, eh,
I'm
eh.
trying to, and I'm gonna get to that too. But I'm trying to see what everybody's talking about. Like, I think Alex posted like a video on the chat area, but I can't show it through StreamYard. So I'm trying to find a way
He
to.
posted a video on his channel.
I can, but not directly. Like, not.
Like right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it from like the other browser. So once I find it on the other browser, I'm gonna pull it up and share the screen so we can watch it. But okay, here we go. Here we go. Give me 1 second. Hold that thought, bro. Hold that thought.
Right.
'Cause
Yeah. Of
I know
course.
you want to talk about that.
I
But,
got you. I got you.
all right, so I'm gonna pull up the. I'm gonna pull up the. Hold on. I gotta make sure that I'm sharing this, man, because this is hilarious. All right, and now that I see him wearing that shirt, I remember what video this is.
Yeah, Joshua, I'm not feeling it. You know, considering after this, uh, I might have like a mob of like 89,000 people trying to figure out who the Red Hood is. You know, so
All right, y'all can see that, right? Y'all can see the video I'm sharing.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's that video. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
Yo, some guy sent the $500.
What guy?
Fucking way. A guy sent the $500. No fucking way. No fucking way.
What guy?
No fucking
arrested for this, but fuck it. One guy sent the $500.
It's beyond me how he didn't get arrested.
No way! No way! No way! Hold up. It's about to get interesting. Hold up. Watch this.
God, man, this is pathetic.
Hold up. Guy, I'm gonna celebrate. Hang on. I know I'm acting like it's $1 million. Like, I've done streams where I've made like $1,000 in a stream before. But for one, I've actually had someone donate $500 before too, but it rarely fucking happens. But guy, you donated $500, my guy. You donated $500.
I'm surprised he didn't crash, honestly.
Let's go. Yo, and he donated $100 through YouTube as well.
Oh.
Minus the 30% that they take, he donated $570 to me, which cost him $600. So he technically donated $600. That's fucking bananas. But guy,
It's good to know.
you got yourself a deal, bro. I'll give you the picture. Imagine paying somebody $500 just to get a photo with them.
Hold on, pause it, please.
Yeah, I paused it. Hold on. Let me bring it
For
back up.
For a picture.
Right.
God damn it. You have to be a fucking idiot. I wouldn't pay, oh my God. I wouldn't pay Benedict Cumberbatch $500 for a picture. Jesus Christ, man. All right, continue.
Let's hit play on it, and we're gonna finish the video. But oh man, like I'm cringing. I've been cringing already.
Oh, yeah, let's finish the.
That's how you know you made it.
Oh,
When you're getting paid $500 to get a photo taken with you.
cocky bastard.
The motherfucker who pulled up, who stream sniped me the other day when I was getting the Predator fired, I got a free fucking photo. But the thing is, he saw my stream. He saw we were at the Kenilworth Diner, and I guess he lived a few towns over, and then he found out where we were at. He drove just for a picture. But guy, I love you, bro. Thank you so much. That's really gonna help. Like, he wanted a photo, and he wanted me to go to Philly. I'm not really gonna. If a fan comes up to me and asks for a photo, I'm not really gonna charge him $500. I'm joking about that. But it's crazy how he technically paid $500 to get a photo with me, meet me, and have me go out to Philly, which is what, 45 minutes, an hour away from me. That's crazy. Ben
it sounds like he's
Ben
like
G.
she bang for some reason.
Ben G. Ben. Shout out to Ben G. Ben with the $5 donation through YouTube.
The guy can't pronounce words. He can't pronounce.
Thank you much, Benji Man, for the $5 donation.
This is the same guy that pronounces anxiety and anxiety.
You guys, it's 4 in the morning. I started the stream. We had 300. And then sorry for the language. I don't usually speak like that. Already late at night, and we were 1,400 live viewers. The channel's blowing up. The support is blowing up. The haters are busy sucking dicks right now.
Oh my God.
Fucking literally eating each other's assholes and jealousy.
Oh my God.
And I'm blowing up, and I'm seeing this much success. So to the haters, with all due respect, get on your knees and suck my massive Egyptian dick. And I'm sorry if there's any children in this stream.
Again, not to suck off predator poachers, but when do you ever see him doing that, honestly?
Fuck the haters. How's that for them apples? How's that for them apples? Sorry, your channel's gonna die. I'm wrong.
Yeah, you were begging me for $100.
Yo, Benji B, is there a way I can get in contact with you, bro? Can you join
my Patreon so we can talk on Discord, or better yet, DM me on Instagram with your name. I do know. Attempt at doing this trip are for a day and a half, maybe 2 days.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck is that?
But still, $500 is a lot of money in comparison to what most people normally donate. I'm very fucking thankful. I'm very appreciative. I'm gonna be a man of my word. I'm gonna honor what you. I plead the fifth. Our moms might be watching this. Oh fuck! I need to chill with what I'm saying. I'm gonna honor my word.
Dumbass.
And when I go to Philly, bro, I promise you, I'll let you take a photo with me, and I'll catch a few predators out in Philly. Benji Cruz, $5 donation. Someone link your Instagram, and I'll add you now. Yo, mods, link my Instagram in the chat right now. Link my Instagram.
He's absolutely pathetic.
Link my Instagram. Link my Instagram. Catchers.alliance. Benga, you're probably one of my cousin's Arabian princes that sells oil out in the Middle East in Dubai or some shit. Thank you for the love. Bengai Cruz, $5 donation done. Let me check. Let me double check.
The Arab drug smuggler who's responsible for
I need you to send the picture again. Send it in a saved way. Don't send it in a way where it doesn't save. I need you to send it in a way where it saves. Send it in a way where it saves. So resend the confirmation of the $500 donation so I know that it was actually you and not a troll
He is the
DMing.
swamp. He is.
I'm a man of my word. You said if you donate 500, you would want me in return to come to Philly so you can take a picture, and I do catches out there. I'm gonna honor my word, and when we get the RV, bro, I swear to God, I will make it happen for you.
Of course not. Of course not.
That $500 is gonna cover at least two days of expenses worth of the RV. And guys, it's not just the RV expenses. Like, you gotta understand, every day, yeah, there's expenses for the RV, and then there's expenses for the crew that I have to pay. So every day is gonna be at least maybe between $200 to $400 a day with that RV trip, depending on how many people I bring, who I bring, how we operate. So regardless, thank you so fucking much, bro. Thank you so much. You donated $100 through YouTube, and you donated $500 through PayPal. Thank you so much. Yo, Chad Matthew, you're the biggest hater I've seen in my entire fucking life. Chad Matthew is a clown. I want everybody to call Chad Matthew a clown because he thinks that I pay for subscribers. So let me get this straight.
Chad Matthew, hold my beer.
Subscribers, that must also mean that I pay for engagement as well, right, dummy? And if I pay for engagement as well, that must also mean that I pay for engagement on my social media outlets as well, right, dummy? And if I do that, then that must mean that I pay Social Blade to show the real ones.
Joshua, don't stoop to his level, man.
The real ones in check.
Don't say that.
Dummy? Chad, you are a clown. You are a dummy.
You're better than that. We're all better than that.
You're the dude who sits in his mom's basement, jerking off all fucking night, watching me succeed, while you are literally a nobody. A nobody.
It's all good, man.
Just a fucking hater.
Rise above that shit. Rise above them.
Hot smoking hater. Get the fuck off my stream, you little bitch. That's why YouTube donation. I'm so glad you do the YouTube donation. You're remembering me, my guy. Never came to Philadelphia. Who are you? Who are you?
Who are you? Who are you?
I don't recall, bro.
My God.
Were you the guy who donated and
Freaking Allah, man.
supposed to come on a catch up
God.
something like that in Philly, and we ended up having to postpone it because of COVID.
Oh,
Because
that's
I got
the other
COVID at the
excuse he
time.
always uses.
Shout out to Jay.
Yo, wait, hold on. Pause it. It's over. Because of COVID?
And
Yeah.
You see, oh, yeah, you see, like, Alex just did a freaking catch in Nebraska. I mean, he's planning on going to Arizona. COVID? Come on, man. Like, at first I was like, okay, that's fair. But then keeps talking about, oh, I'm so dedicated. I'm so like this other motherfucker. He just did a catch in Nebraska. And he's traveling multi-state, like trans-state. And he's talking about, oh, COVID. He can't make the trip. He lives in Jersey. He can't make the 40 an hour tops trip to Pennsylvania because of COVID. Give me a fucking break, man. Cut the shit. Cut the fucking shit. Pardon me, man. But cut the shit, man. You can't make a fucking hour drive. Get the fuck out of here, man.
No, just the what I genuinely want to know, and I will never get the answer because he's never gonna, But I don't know. I don't want to believe because I'm very forgetful myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm extremely forgetful.
Right.
We all have our strengths and weaknesses. I just happen to be very forgetful. But
You
bro,
don't forget $500. I'm sorry. You don't forget being. You don't
exactly.
forget 500. You don't forget the guy who donates $500 to your stream. You don't forget that.
Exactly. That's
You
what I
don't
would
forget that.
like. How? I mean, listen. If someone did that to me, like there would be like an endless conversation afterwards. Like, yo, bro, like, I'll find a way to
I'd be wanting to meet the guy. I'd be wanting to have dinner with him. I'd be wanting to, see if there's any possible collaborations or include him in my shtick.
Exactly.
Yeah, like $500. That's half a grand, man.
Who are you?
Who are you? My God.
Hey, thank you for the $5,000 donation. But remind me again, like,
Remind me in a few months who you are, and let me still not come over there.
Oh my goodness, man! I had totally forgotten about that clip, man, and I totally forgot about the oh my goodness, the donuts. I cannot believe how I forgot about the donut. You see what I'm saying? I'm forgetful, but that part though, when I seen it and I heard it, it all clicked back, and I had like a flashback, like, oh my goodness, yes, I totally forgot about this. Like,
yeah, that's why I brought it up. I was like, yo, who the fuck is? Wait, who's? Well, the username, the guy who posted the video, he made it. Basically, the comparison, and another one too. Fadwa, one of his most ardent supporters, and then a few months later, who the fuck are you? Like,
right.
he just burns bridges so quickly, and not in a good way, man. Honestly, man.
Yeah. Well, that goes to show you, man. Like it's not so much what you say or how you say it, or how much charisma you appear to have, or shout out donations. It's the actions. You know what I'm saying? The actions that always
and
the words.
And like another thing too, like his recent catches, like where, like he just like he's just such a bad actor. Like, at least sell it. He's not even selling it. I mean, like it's like obviously I'm not trying to in any way, shape, or form defend this predator or his family,
Right.
but like it's like he I don't know how else to put it. It's like he wants them to cry. It's like he wants the mother to break down in tears just to give him the show.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, you get what I mean? There's no other way to put it. It's like he wants them to cry. He's like, I'm so emotional. My heart is breaking. Oh my God. It's like he wants them to cry. It's like he's using his words. Like, words are powerful. Like That's one thing I disagree with a bunch of people. Words have power. Words have more power than you could ever imagine. You know, some people like judge based off actions. Well, I judge based off actions and words. The words he uses, the word choice he utilizes during these encounters. So it's like he wants to evoke an emotion and not in a good way. It's like he wants these people to cry. It's like he wants like his sense of like justice and like his sense of you know wanting it to be a sad moment is just so misplaced, and it comes off so like to someone not crying
Yeah.
because of his bad acting, to someone looking from the outside is just such a clear and obvious attempt at wanting to evoke that. Like, there's no other way to put it. It's like he wants them to cry, not not to not because not because hey it's a sad moment and the mother feels for her son, not because of that, just so after the fact he can put in the title mother breaks down in tears, or mother loses her shit, or mother kicks predator out of the house in tears, mom loses it. That's the only reason, just so he wants that split second just so he can get that title. And that's, looking at it objectively, that's really scummy.
Well,
That's
and
all I can say. That's really scummy.
I'm gonna expand on that because that's true. And I'm gonna show you guys this catch that I'm sharing on the screen right now. I'm gonna show you guys something because like when I was listening to everything, both in English and Spanish, and I'm watching the reaction of like the predator and everything, I'm gonna speak some truth that before I don't want to say that I avoided it, but I kind of just like brushed it off a little bit just because there was different times my eyes were not fully opened yet at that point. But I'm going to show you guys something and explain something on this catch over here. And before I do that, to answer that question that's on the screen, yeah, I'm still waiting for that police report via email or text message or screenshot, or I still have not gotten that police report, which is one of the many reasons why I went my separate way and decided not to support him anymore. So that answers your question. But yeah, on to this. I'm gonna show you guys real quick. Okay, I don't let this commercial roll or whatever, but I'm gonna show you guys a moment within this catch where I genuinely like felt bad for the predator, but I'll tell you why. Okay,
Felt
like
bad for the predator. Oh, I remember this one. Uh, I remember. This is one of the ones I did for him.
oh well, perfect. Even
Yeah,
this is perfect
yeah,
because
yeah,
you're gonna understand where I'm coming from on this one. Then
yeah.
uh,
Turn on the volume.
let me see if I can. There we go.
This my guy, it's not okay, bro.
Okay, so wait. Let's back up a little bit. Okay, so all right. First things first. Okay, immediately when I started watching this catch, not this part, but the actual like confrontation,
Right.
I noticed that this dude is one of those like special dudes. Okay, not all the way, you know what I'm saying, where he doesn't know what he's doing. Yeah, he knows what he was doing. Like, but at the same time, he's special to a certain degree. And I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
just by looking at his face.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So
You can't be doing this, my guy.
we're gonna watch, and
You
I'm
can't
gonna
be doing this, my guy. It's not okay, bro.
we're gonna watch it, but I'm gonna point out where I was like, okay, hold up,
Just,
these are the
it's a
kind of.
fucking. This just turned into a fucking try not to laugh challenge. Honestly.
I know, and
Fuck is
it's,
this, man?
especially with this catch.
Hold on. Pause it. Let me just give a little, a little back. Like, I remember this one vividly because uh there was a bit of a slight on my end where I gave him the completely wrong address, and we almost let this guy slip. That's why he was kind of hot. That's why he was kind of, a
Yeah,
little
explosive.
overly boisterous in that in that video, you know, because like he had almost slipped through our fingers, but we got him, and you know, this is him on his power trip. You know, he's just like it's like it's like it's like edging, and then he found him. Boom, let loose. That's his mindset. You know, just after having almost let him slip through our fingers, and him being antsy about it, and being fired up, and him almost losing his shit on me. He finally gets to put his imaginary hands on him and just let loose. So yeah, you can see that now with the way he's yelling and shit.
Oh yeah, it's. I'm gonna try to fast forward it somewhat because
Yeah, you have timestamps?
Wait, what was that?
Do you have timestamps?
No,
Like
not
of
Let me see if I can.
the certain moments?
Nah,
Oh well, then wait. Let's just carry on.
I'll just put it like let's say somewhere around here. I think. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Let's just carry on.
Bro, you already called them. They're gonna call back or come regardless.
Okay. So, what I was trying to get at earlier. All right. So, right off the bat, we know this predator. You know, he's once again. No offense to him. No disrespect. This is just like an
course.
observation that he's special to a certain degree. I'm watching him, and he's genuinely like how when like some predator catchers say, "Oh, you were shaking." No, this guy was like really, really, really shaking, like really nervous, really like what's the word?
He was shitting himself basically.
Yeah, and he was. I mean, this
He was shook.
might be just me, but he genuinely seemed like what's the word? Like remorseful. You know what I'm saying? Like not just scared, but he was like damn, like what did I do? Like what I get myself into or whatever. But
Yeah.
My team and I always drove lots of traffic to our site, but hardly anybody ever.
Yeah, you're pretty good. Get the fuck out of here.
Give me a minute. I'm trying to lock for his number.
and he's really trying. This dude's really trying.
I'm looking for you. Hurry up. You're getting me nervous. That's why.
Fucking hell, man. Ray, replay it again. Play it again. Roll that shit back again.
Bro, you already called them. They're gonna call back or come.
Right now, no, I didn't press the dial. I was about to.
Give me a minute.
Oh Lord, forgive me.
Bro, look, I'm right here.
I'm not laughing at him. I'm just laughing at his reaction.
You're nervous. That's why. Don't be nervous, yo.
Because it's gonna go one of two ways. Either you're gonna end up in jail.
Okay. Once again, genuinely saying like, yo, like for real, I'm doing my part. Like, yo, just relax, like chill. I'm trying to do what you're asking of me or whatever. And Rami, the same way he pushes the moms to cry, he's pushing this guy like to be even more nervous than what he already is, man. And
although that's where I'll kind of refute you, because I don't feel nothing for the predator, I'm more concerned with the mother. I'm like, this is on a serious note. I'm more concerned. Like, he can feel nervous all he wants, and I might actually give. You know what? No. I'm more concerned for the mother,
the family
member. Family member. I'm not concerned about him. He can shit his pants all he wants. Like, I couldn't give two shits. But the mother, like, it's kind of like either cry or you're an irresponsible parent who doesn't give a fuck about their kids. Either cry, either start crying, either give me a water show, or you're an irresponsible parent who doesn't care about their kids. And I might as well put you on camera as well,
No, exactly. And just to be clear, in essence, I don't feel sorry for the predator because obviously I'm aware of what he was going to do if given the chance. But just in this particular moment, like of the confrontation, I was just like, yo, let this guy do what you're asking him to do, you know what I'm saying, calmly, all right? Because at the end of the day, you're going to get results either way, whether you like push for it the way he was or just like patiently wait for him to like, you know what I'm saying, like do what was requested at the moment. So it's like, why overly aggressive? I think that's what I was trying to get at. Like, right in
Yeah.
that moment, it was like overly like over the top. Like there was no need for like that much, and especially this guy clearly, once again, has troubles mentally. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Right. Of course. Of course.
but
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but would you mind showing us the title of that video?
oh yeah. And I think
Like
it's
scroll up.
what you were saying. Or oh no, it was close, but no. Making Pred admit his sickness to his police uncle.
Okay. Okay. We talked uh a week or so after that catch, and I'm pretty sure he admitted himself to me that whoever this guy called, A, wasn't his uncle, and B, sure as hell wasn't a cop. So that title is clickbait.
Yeah,
100%. That title is clickbait. I don't know if like
and you
that
find,
matters. That title is clickbait. You know. It's
and
clickbait.
you don't find out about that until like near the end of the video. Like maybe when there's like 10 minutes or so, like towards the end of the video, that the guy he's talking
No,
to, he's
it's like he
like
blatantly.
that family.
That's what's worrying. Like, it's like he blatantly puts it out there. This most recent one, mom kicks son out. In the video, he comes out when you ask him to, and the mom goes back inside to cry her eyes out.
Mhm.
She doesn't kick him out. It's like anyone who can't see that it's that he just doesn't get, and it's kind of sickening. He knows that what he's putting on video doesn't corroborate with the title. He knows that, but he doesn't care because the mob of 90,000 or so people that are just so fucking brainwashed and can't think for their fucking selves, they're gonna look at it and be like, "Oh my god, it's so sad." When they just can't see that it's just all bullshit. It's a charade, man. It's the Matrix. You need to wake up, unplug yourself, man. Go fucking Neo, bruh. Neo,
I
man.
second that
Wake
statement.
up.
Yeah, I do.
Wake up,
I
man.
do believe in waking up.
It's like he doesn't care that what he's putting on screen doesn't corroborate with what the title is. He doesn't care because at the end of the day, 50 odd 50 odd thousand or so people are still gonna watch the fucking video. And it
Yep.
makes no difference because he's still gonna get that cha-ching in his pocket. It
Yep.
really doesn't matter, man. I'm sorry to I completely lost my shit.
Are you good, bro? You good?
It's just really annoying, man. It's just really fucking annoying, man. And I apologize to people who didn't find it pleasant just listening to me go on this fucking tangent, but it's really annoying, man. And seeing that this is the person supposedly putting dangerous people away, it's kind of disheartening and it's kind of scary, and scary. I could elaborate on, but if it comes to that, then I will. And it's genuinely worrying seeing that someone that acts like he does and basically acts how he acts, that's the guy that's doing all this stuff, a potentially noble cause, because that gives him a free pass. Like to these people, that gives him a free pass. Like, oh, he could go out tomorrow and shoot someone point blank in the head. Oh, he catches predators. Oh, it's okay. Like that's basically their mindset. So it doesn't matter everything else that's shady about him. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The countless other thing that's on the internet. Really doesn't matter. But he catches child predators. He's a saint. And then you have the other end of the spectrum where you say an edgy joke and then you're somehow worse than the predator.
Exactly. That's what I've always tried to clear up. Especially, I know why you're saying it too. And for any new viewer who is unaware, um, you know, I would just say watch some of my past streams just to get caught up on that. But basically,
Yo,
yeah.
who the fuck? Someone's saying I sound like CC Unit, bro.
Yeah, no, yeah, and I thought the same thing earlier, but yeah.
CC Unit's my cousin, bro. It's my cousin. I'm playing. I don't. Yeah, I know. I sound like CC Unit, bro. I sound, but like I don't know. It's whatever. I'm not CC Unit. But yeah,
Anyway,
man. Yeah, it's again. It's just like I said that still that the weight on my shoulders, that thing um that's keeping me from that thing that I feel myself obliged not to say. Like if I were to say it, he'd have a lot to answer for. He really would. And there's no he'd he'd have to address it. Like there's no like no one's gonna buy your COVID story twice after you and um this is a conversation, right? This isn't text. I can say for sure that um this is a good time to kind of transition into how it ended. So we had that conversation. He made the allegations that he made, and then he fed me some bullshit like I could make you the manager of my Facebook group or whatever. Um, so we had that conversation. I was like, we settled on, hey, I'll do you 5 more, then I'm out. I'm done. You know. And so he was like, okay, fine, deal. Now, come a week later, I I sit down, right, and I just literally do nothing else but think. I just think. Um, and another thing too, this might have had something to do with it, but I found out that I realized that on my text now, uh, you could call someone, and if they don't answer, their name pops up.
right?
So I had gotten a missed call from one of the predators, and my dumbass left my name on there. So
Ooh,
I got spooked. I quickly changed my name on my TextNow account, and then I got spooked. Um, so that could have been what tipped me, but what was the final nail? But then it was a long time coming. Like I already wasn't feeling uncomfortable. Um, I was already feeling uncomfortable. Just not with him, like not just him, but then just the job alone. Like I said before, you need a stomach to do this, and I have it. Don't get me wrong, I have the stomach to do this, but to a certain degree, it's not like uh, obviously just you gotta have the notion that you're doing something good at the end of the day. You just have to fight through that shit. Look at what you have to look at. You know, have your trash can ready in case you need to, you know, deuce one out. But at the end of the day, what keeps you going is the fact that you're doing something good. That's what kept me going. Uh, but anyway, how it ended was basically I took into account all the red flags. I kind of I just kept thinking it over and over again, and I just started considering, uh, do I really want to keep doing this? And then all the routes I took, every time I tried to rationalize everything, all the routes I took led back to no, no, I don't want to keep doing this. So I don't know if I was possessed, but I was like a man possessed. What I did was I took his brother's phone number, I deleted it. I took his phone number, I deleted it. I I blocked his phone number for good measure, and I blocked the other phone number for good measure. Because like I'm done. I'm done. And then I messaged him on Instagram saying, no, I was gonna message him on Instagram, but he beat me to it. He was like, "Yo, where's the two catches? Yo, why is your phone going to voicemail?" And I was like, "Yo, I've thought about it, and uh, yeah, I really don't want to do this anymore. You owe me for like the two catches that you still haven't paid me for. I don't care. Just keep the money. I really don't care. It's been good. Uh, and I wish you nothing but the best, man. And I'm sorry to bail on you like this, but it just had to be done." Uh, and then his response is what really kind of sums him up. Uh, his response is, "Then why the fuck would you commit to five more catches? Uh, you're unprofessional. You're immature. That's really immature. You don't do that to people." And again, trying to make me feel shitty. And to a certain extent, maybe I acted rashly, but now looking at it objectively, I don't think I did. I think I made the right decision. He goes on to be like, "That's immature. You don't sign on to something and then not follow through, and then don't be immature. That shit's not cool." And then he blocks me. He blocked me, and that was the end of my my connection with him. And it's funny because the same guy talking about immaturity uh, is the same guy that you know uh, doesn't know how to conduct himself with basic employees, and is the same guy who surrounds himself full of he surrounds himself with like shady things. Like he does himself no favors, and then he tries to talk to me about maturity and you know being like for what I did, just bailing out on him, just being a scummy move, and trying to give me a lecture on maturity, and that's not what you do. And I just found it funny, just being the same guy that has all this shit against him, has all this stuff. Like, this guy doesn't know how to conduct himself with other people, and then it's the same guy who's trying to give me a lecture on maturity. And I was like, no, man. And no. And so he has me blocked. I blocked him back, and that's where it ended. That's where the connection ended. That's where that's where things came to a head. And um there was this. I was just sitting there, just thinking about what I had done, and then I saw a light. And out of that light, uh, there was a figure that came to me. He was wearing a yarmulke, and he had like a really big afro. His name was Chet Goldstein, and he said to me, "Is like, son, you have lost your path. Uh, let me guide you. Let me guide you in the ways of Judaism, okay?" And I was like, "Judaism?" It was like, "Yeah, Judaism." And I was like, "Okay." And yeah, in all seriousness, yeah, that's where it ended. I just put two and two together, and just basically realized that everything this guy says doesn't add up, and just uh, the the dude I've been bashing on for like the past year actually had a point. So, and like his mob of people actually had a point. Like these people who I thought were insane, these people actually had a point. And they've been trying to get these people to wake up and smell the coffee. And uh, yeah, that's how it ended, man. That's how it came to a close. And uh, let's say, oh, why'd you bail out on him? I mean, I don't regret it for a second. That's all I can say. I don't regret it for a second, and that's how it ended.
I mean, it's the best decision you've made thus far when concerning this whole uh, journey of yours within like the predator catching world. So I do give you like big ups, respect, and I know everybody in the chat area does as well. I think someone said something earlier. Uh, let's see if I find it. Okay, well, yeah. Besides blind, because I put it on the screen, but pretty much a few people in the chat was like saying that was like the smart move. And Craig saying that's not bailing. I mean, yeah, in a way it is because when you say, this is as far as I go,
No, because I had said, hey, I do 5 more and then I'm done. I
yeah,
only ended up doing 1 more for him, and then the way I went about it was kind of, I could have gone about it a better way.
yeah,
But
but
yeah, but then honestly, are we really gonna debate how I went about it now? Like,
I don't know.
I just blocked. I mean, my thought process was, delete delete their numbers. Uh, you know, just in case you get the urge to, potentially do something incorrect with them. So
Yeah,
I wanted nothing to do. They're gone. Uh, I even blocked them. I mean, he did half the job for me because he blocked me on Instagram. So, uh, yeah, I mean, you could try to rationalize if I bailed or didn't bail, but at the end of the day, who really gives a fuck? Honestly, I got out of there the
yeah,
only way I
exactly.
saw fit, and that's all I have to say on that. Just bailed or I didn't bail. Call me a quitter, a quieter, or whatever the hell. I got out of there, and I don't regret it for a second.
Yeah, and Pepe LaFleur brings up a good point. He said, he didn't pay you, though, in the real world, that voids any agreement or contract.
No, I was and then considering he's the one that brought up money first, and I was like, okay, you brought up money. Okay, where is it then?
Right.
Um, honestly, at the end of the day, he had on PayPal, he had like $20 he sent over to me. I just blocked him on PayPal. I didn't want those $20. I mean, I don't. It really didn't matter at the end of the day. So it's not like I'm here butthurt over, you know, not getting paid the first three fucking catches. $10. I mean, let's $10 a catch. My God, man. But regardless, that's not why Uh, literally, if I were salty about that, I basically would have asked for a charge. I mean, for more money. I mean, but the whole reason why I'm here is basically just trying to bring light to this individual and
No,
how
yeah.
he
And,
shouldn't be he shouldn't be like that would be my appeal to him. Um, keep your channel, keep your 90,000 subscribers, keep your donos, keep everything. Just
yeah.
do me this one favor.
Mhm.
Stop doing predator catching. And hold on. Red Hood, you just told someone to stop catching predators. Oh my god. Cancelled. Uh let's think about this for a second. You could look at it that way, or you could look at it this way. You see a guy who clearly is shady, to say the least, and you see clear instances of manipulation, and then you you take a million other things into consideration, and you look at things objectively, and then you ask yourself, is this guy meant to, like, do you want this guy catching potential p- potential child molesters, or is he better suited to a more Jake Paul type of role, a more hype beast type of role, doing any other type of content? I could. Are you familiar with J Station?
J Station, no.
No, fuck. Um, he does like he does 3 a.m. challenge videos for kids, talking about how he summoned the spirit of Dom.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen some of those videos, but I wasn't familiar with his name. But yeah, I've
It's
seen.
whatever. It's like those types of channels who summon the spirit of Dami Tucosita at
Yeah,
3 a.m. or
yeah,
like summon the spirit of Elmo or whatever, and that get millions of views per video,
right.
because kids watch it and think it's real. He'd be much better suited. Like I can literally see uh I could literally see him thriving there. I could see him thriving so much doing that type of content. Like I said, that's my appeal. Keep keep your donos, keep your power trip, keep your you know keep that image you have right now and that other people have of you. Keep that. Keep your money. Keep your channel. Keep doing what you're doing. Just don't do predator catchers. Don't do predator catching. Find another thing you're passionate about, and thrive there. And kudos to you if you thrive there. Just stop doing predator catching, man. Because cloaking, using the whole predator catching thing as a shield to deflect off of the things that people say and people see, using that to deflect off of everything else is just the scummiest thing in the world to do. So that's why I believe you should just stick to something else. Be like Jake Paul, or be like someone, be a hype beast, or make other content. Stop doing predator catchers, man. Stop doing predator catchers.
Yeah. And with that being said, Mr. Red, I do want to one last time repeat myself, and I hope everybody in the chat area agrees and is a witness to this. Um, we were not here in no way, shape, or form to throw dirt on this person or make them look like evil or nothing like that. Once again, um, my guest here tonight is simply sharing his opinion based off of what he experienced while working under this predator catcher. What he's seen, what he's heard, what he's like experienced firsthand being under the wing of this catcher. He's been able to like pretty much collect his thoughts and make up his own mind and opinion um, afterwards, after he's seen and experienced all this. So let it be known, you know what I'm saying? Because afterwards, I don't know what's gonna happen, or if he's gonna like say something about this or whatever. But
Yeah. I mean, it's.
I just want it to
Yeah,
be
sorry
clear.
to cut you off. Yeah, but yeah. I mean, it had to be done.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just like it's whatever at this point, because like I mean, I highly doubt he remembers who I am. Um, I highly doubt he will address this, and I highly doubt he will make anything of this. And you know, really doesn't matter. Just so long as it's out there, and just some people can listen to another side of things. And if at least one person hears this and decides on their own objectively and taking everything into consideration, if
exactly.
at least one person listens to this and decides to hop off his power trip, then I'm set, man. I feel like I've
Agreed.
done my part, and uh, just shed light on the thing that just some people aren't cut out for this, man. Or they are, or their just intentions are just misplaced, honestly. And uh, it just gives light to a whole broader problem of like people feeling entitled and stuff. But like, oh, like this whole doing it for the money. I mean, I don't think it's far fetched to ask for a little bit of compensation if you do this. Um, it's one thing to ask for compensation, and it's one thing to say that every dime that you earn through here is going to be reinvested back into the channel, and then you know you don't deliver. And then it's one thing to make promises and like that involve money, and then not deliver on them. So people trying to bash uh, predator poachers for like you only do it for the money.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, it's stupid. When you look at the other end of the spectrum, you see a guy who still hasn't delivered on two instances of SUV trips. So, and yeah, what more can I say? It's again, if at least one person who was on his hype train hears this and decides for themselves to hop off, then I'm set. I'm set.
all right. Well, Red, I want to thank you, bro, for everything, and I mean everything you shared tonight with everybody. Like
Of
you said,
course.
hopefully, with all that you said, once again, coming from someone that we can trust and know, like you said earlier, you've earned that spot of like trustworthiness within the community. All right. Um, a lot of us like know who you are, like know what you did, and know where you were. And so we trust your word, we trust your experience, your opinion, and what you decided to do with it afterwards. So hopefully, like you said, even if it's one person who is able to watch this, take the time to give it a chance, hear the information, and make an educated decision afterwards and say, okay, well, let's weigh things out. You know what I'm saying? What makes more sense? Should I keep supporting this from this person, or should I rethink who I am supporting this about? So hopefully that does go through that way. I want to thank you for taking the time to allowing me to like talk to you and have everybody listen to what you had to say.
Course, man.
Hopefully I can have you back on another day, man. Unfortunately, I do work tomorrow early, so that's why I'm like wrapping it up now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's we could maybe take like maybe 5 6 minutes just to see if anyone has any last questions. But
Oh, of course.
I have the I mean the last bit of information I kept out. I mean, I'm still waiting on the green light. I might not even get to reveal it, but it at the end of the day, it just goes to show like how much more I could possibly reveal about this guy, and um whether I'm given the green light or not, that's completely out of my power, and I will not say anything unless I am given the green light. So, in regards to that, um, there's nothing I can say honestly. And yeah, if anyone has any last questions, type them in the chat now.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this one up here on the screen. I'm gonna give everybody till 9:45 to get their questions in before we officially wrap things up. So if you had a question that you wrote down, like on paper or whatever, go ahead and type it into the chat area so he can answer them, and then do it in a formal. Uh,
Jackie,
yeah,
Jackie Giannet, I could never decoy. My stomach could have never handled it. I mean, yeah, you gotta give props to like people who can um like the decoy for the Nebraska catch, the girl, um Alexandra, I think her name. You got to give props to that because like it takes like a certain mentality, you know, and some
Oh, yeah.
people have it, some
You're
people
strong mind. I'll tell
yeah,
you that.
some people have it, some people don't. It's just as simple as. Will you ever consider working for another predator poacher? Um, in all honesty, not right now. Maybe in the future. I mean, I can obviously decoy, and I'm pretty good at it, if I do say so myself. You know, so it all has to be virtual. It all has to be through the internet. I'm saying that right off the bat. Like, I won't be going nowhere. Um, it all has to be virtual if I'm gonna do any sort of work. You know, uh, which predator's friend's fake. I missed everything. I missed everything.
Oh my god.
I missed.
So I'm gonna let you answer that. Right, go ahead.
What's he calling Rami out over? Like the 6 or 7 or 8, 9 months of bullshit that's been on the internet, man. like, it's all good, man. Yeah, just rewind the freaking stream, man.
Definitely.
Yeah, rewind the stream or just wait until he posts it on the. Wait until it's over and then just get a meal, get a drink, and then just sit down and rewatch this calmly. You know, yeah, I've
It was a
yeah,
colossal stream, if I do say so myself. But thanks to you. All right.
fight Rami on street beefs. No, thank you. uh, I've been advocating for predator poachers to fight him. You know, but me.
Yeah,
Nah.
we're still waiting for that fight. We're still waiting for that
Yeah,
box.
that us, but me.
Yeah.
Nah, no. Why is he mean to the decoy camera person? That's just how he is. You know, I explained that he has a Napoleon complex. You know, he's just he's that he's like he's like he's like the male version of Catherine Tremell from Basic Instinct. Like, I don't know if y'all ever seen that movie.
Yeah, it's been a minute, but yeah, I remember.
Yeah, he's like the male version of Catherine Tremell, except like way less sexier and and just completely lacking in everything that Miss Trammell has. But yeah, in essence, he's basically like that. He's that dominating nature. You know.
Dear God.
What else?
But we've all seen that. Even in on some of the catch streams or those of us who at some point were able to see the aftermath of some of these catches while the camera was
He's
still rolling.
got feminine traits.
Yeah, I've seen that too, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna put that on the big screen over here, but I've seen it.
He's got, oh my god, my fucking ribs. maybe, maybe, but yeah, whatever. You know, yeah, just last few minutes, just drop your questions and give it to like 9:50, and then call it Rob's.
Yeah, we can wait until 9:50.
Yeah, 9:50 or however long, It's you're the host. You know, just keep dropping your questions. You know.
So some people are saying, when are they gonna hear from you again?
I mean, whenever you'll have me, we could talk about any number of things. I've honestly, whenever you'll have me, it's literally just being here. It's um, and in this community,
Oh yeah, the community is always
obviously
supportive.
there's a swamp. There's a swamp, and I've obviously crawled my way out of it. At least I think I have.
Well, you really
And
have, like literally.
yeah, and like honestly, I'm open to whatever, man. I mean, I'm open to um. Obviously, people know I can decoy. So if I don't know who am I to say, but I just want basically that in essence was just to say what I had to say, and if when will you ever hear from me again? Whenever you'll have me, we can talk about a number of other things. That doesn't have to be pertaining to this individual. We could talk about,
Oh, of course, yeah.
whatever, honestly, and just making
So
sure it's basically just coming across as trustworthy and as someone you could share a conversation with about any given thing.
I appreciate that, man. It's funny, like a lot of people tell me that, and the thing is, I genuinely enjoy listening to people. Not only listening to people, but obviously, if and when I have something that will actually add to the conversation, or like I don't know, like help in any shape, way, or form the conversation, like yeah, I'll definitely like chime in and say, my opinion, or if I know something about what we're talking about, then yeah. But I just genuinely enjoy listening to people. Like
No,
period.
and I assume that's what I think that's what required. Like, if you want to get into podcasting and being a host, um, I don't think it'd be remiss of me to say that I think that's one of the qualities, like, you kind of want to have, being able to like listen to other people, and having a sense of how to conduct oneself with other people you meet, and try to, if it becomes a more intimate and personal relationship, then kudos and bonuses. But then, other than that, keeping it formal, just feeling your way responsibly about things, uh, that's kind of a must, and I think you have that, and I've felt nothing but that this entire thing. So mad props to you, and like, honestly, it's just uh literally, I feel like I could be here talking about a number of other things, and I'm honestly kind of upset that I had to spend it talking about my guy.
I think we're all somewhat upset
Yeah,
about that, but
yeah,
it has
but then again, I don't think I'm crazy to say that we all feel that kind of satisfaction. What I'm saying,
true,
hey,
true.
at least, like, I guarantee someone in the chat has told themselves, "Hey, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. There's someone else who feels exactly like I do." You know, and that, like, I guarantee you that someone feels that way in the chat.
Oh,
And
of
yeah,
course.
at the end of the day, yeah, let's just see if there's any other questions.
We'll do one more.
Yeah,
So
one more good question.
yeah, let's look for one over here. Uh, okay. This is well. Let me scroll a little bit more just in case I miss another good one. Um, hmm, wait, let me see. Okay, so yeah, I'll just read this one because I saw it and I was like, interesting. It's not really a question, but it's more of like a recommendation. So Blonde says
I
you can get with professionals who work in the field of sexual predator research, and they might be interested in your insights and the experience that you've had doing decoy work.
I didn't mean to come across as like some sort of philosophical mastermind. I'm just a kid. I'm just a guy who fell in with the wrong crowd and just worked their way out. And it's I mean, yeah, I mean, honestly, it's whatever. And if I could be more a part of this community in the right way, then yeah, I sure as hell will be. Considering acco- according to my guy, uh, I'm a natural. That's his words, not mine. I'm a natural. Uh, but my guy's words only mean so much to me right now.
I was about to say, like,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know.
I'm now in the limelight for other people to judge. I mean, I'm more than willing to do my part. And again, I'll just wait. Few days maybe for this to. Uh, yeah, the wrong catcher, not the wrong crowd. because like at the end of the day, no matter who you're with, no matter what bus you're on, you're the common denominator is everyone's animosity towards these chomos, basically, and you can't let blurring. Uh, that's another reason why this guy's sus. You know, like he claims he's not about the drama. He claims he's not about the hype. He claims he's this guy trying to help the community. Like, not in my community, my guy.
Right.
Like he claims all this, and everything he does speaks to the contrary, and it's it's appalling. Honestly, it's genuinely appalling. And like I said, to reiterate, someone like him shouldn't be catching predators. Leave it, leave it to freaking, I don't know, fucking what's pedo got caught or something.
Right.
He's a staple of New Jersey, and he's based in New Jersey, so have someone else catch these guys, not you, man, not you. But yeah, that's yeah. Like I said, I've just felt like I, you know, needed to do my part,
Oh,
and I'm here to uh, I'll take the time, just if I can be of service to anyone, then by all means, don't hesitate to to hit me up, and we could. I'm not saying now,
no, yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah, but maybe in the future, I'll more than likely be available to be involved somehow. So whether it be with Predator or whoever the hell, just it's something. I wouldn't say I'm not passionate about it. Like, this isn't what I want to do in life. That's what I made clear to him as well. This is the be all end all. I'm not really as passionate about it, say as other people. I have
Jay,
other, I have other aspirations.
you.
Honestly, like, I'm not gonna grow to 60 years old and be on the other end of a fucking chat line. But yeah, but you get my drift. It's if, like, according to a certain individual, I have the talent to do it. So and I have the tenacity to do so. So yeah, I wouldn't mind, being involved again. Maybe just this experience just put a sour taste in my mouth, and we could go along with it. Like, maybe I could carry it on in another way. Just it could just be that. It could just be that this whole experience just left a really bad taste in my mouth, and the
Mhm.
way it ended just kind of upset me. But again, uh, I'm just yeah, I'm just glad to know that for every single one of his potential people that could be hounding me out right now, there's a good chunk of people that are just gonna stand by what I said. Not to sound cocky or anything, but I'm pretty sure most of you agree in some aspect as to what I had to say tonight. So I'm hoping and I'm kindly asking for you to stand by my side.
Well, of course, man. I have your back 110%. Matter of fact, you're not the only one uh, who's been wanting to like speak out pretty much and tell their experience. The same way that you kind of did. I'm still waiting on I don't know, like two or three people, but um, I'm obviously not going to say who they are, but they can also say a lot and have a lot of information, that valuable information at that. But I'm not pushy. Like I allow people to say things when they're ready. I ask once, and if it's a green light, cool. If it's a yellow light, I'll wait. I'm patient. I'm not trying to rush nobody. to not be ready and just kind of like not be sure if they want to come out and say what they got to say. But for sure, bro, I got your back 110%. And I know everybody in this chat can say the same thing. I know I can speak for everybody in this chat and say they all have you back too. So definitely no worries about that. No need to doubt or second guess. Like, oh, yeah, I got you. Um, and also saying that, I'm gonna say one last time, thank you for even giving me the opportunity. Because you know what I'm saying, you could have easily said like, no, it's okay, like never mind. Um, I'll go like live myself, or I'll go on somebody else's live. The fact that you gave me the yes to come on here onto the channel means a lot to me. So I appreciate that.
Of course.
That you responded and said, "Hey, yeah, I want to get on it and talk about this." It has to be said. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and that's me, hand to God, like I always say, hand to God. That's me being real and genuine. I thank you, and I know
Of
everybody
course.
else in
Of
the
course.
chat too.
See
So
me. I kind of snuck. I kind of snuck my way into because I'm not the. You're not the first one I gave the exposition dump to. I kind of um. It's funny. You should have seen the stream. Um, I was with Alex, and I called in trying to debate him on because like we have like opposing political views, and I was trying to like debate him on politics, and then
all right.
everyone in the stream, when I was like, okay, yeah, we disagree on politics, but then we can both agree that so and so, this individual is a scumbag. And let me tell you why, because I worked with him. And then everyone was like, what the fuck? This stream just took a 360 turn. We were talking about politics, and then this guy turns out to be an ex uh, PCA worker.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah, I kind of just snuck my way into here, and yeah, I mean, but here, at least my experience here, I mean, you've been nothing but cordial, man, and I really couldn't have asked for a better experience, and I'd be more than willing to, um, stick around and keep in contact and speak about whatever you want, and if there's any lingering questions that I could probably answer, don't hesitate to contact me, man. Nothing at all. Like I'm here, man. I'm here, and I'm
Oh,
alive.
same, definitely same here. Like, never feel like, because here's the thing about me. Like, I can be forgetful or whatever, but as soon as I see whether it be like a notification or a message or a missed call, whatever, as soon as I see it, I immediately like get back to that person and say, hey, like my bad, I just saw this right now, and so whenever you want to talk about anything else, like you said earlier, that doesn't have to do with any of this, I'm good to DM, and I can actually give you my number, after all this the stream is over, and
Well, you,
hopefully,
you don't have to, man. But if you so choose to, if you,
yeah, 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 yeah. I
of
don't
course,
mind that at all.
of course, man.
I always tell everybody on here, like, once you step in this channel, my hope is that we can all treat each other in here as family. So from this point forward, I consider you like some type of like cousin. So that's the way I look at it.
All right. Yeah, yeah. That sounds. I mean, yeah. I feel. Of course, yeah. You've been nothing but welcoming, man. And to even get the reception I'm getting is already kind of alleviating, So it's already what you're doing is like it's beyond me. Like not to over not like not to overdo it, but it's beyond me how you still have what is it 1.17K subscribers. It's beyond me. Like I don't understand how, considering you talk about what you talk about and like you kind of focus on what you focus on. It's beyond me how you still have that amount of subscribers. Like I don't Like, where the fuck are the other branches that aren't promoting you, bro? But regardless, man, it's been a pleasure, man. I felt free to kind of get my point across, and I feel slightly better that the audience was kind of receptive and can in a way relate to what I can say, man. And you facilitated that, so the biggest thank you to you, man.
No, a bigger thank you to you, my good man. I appreciate your presence on here, man. And that being said, I am going to let you go. Thank you for being on here, bro. I really do appreciate your time. And everything you allowed us to, like, the information that you gave out was so concise and beautiful and detailed, and we couldn't have wanted like more than what you gave us. So I appreciate that, bro. And I'm gonna let you go, but I'm gonna say a few things to the viewers. I don't know if you want to say some last words before you go. I'll let you do that.
Yeah, I mean, hi, I'm Red Hood, and this is it's been real, and yeah, I'm a mod on a couple of channels, so I mean, I'll be around. You could always. I'm here. I'm one more person, man. I'm one more. I'm one more person. I'm one of you. I'm just the same. Like we're no, like we're not on different levels, man. You ain't above me, and you ain't below me. We're on the same level, man. We're on the same spectrum. Just here that enjoy the content that we surround ourselves with, and yeah, there's nothing more I can say, man. If you want to talk, shoot me a DM or whatever. I'm
Definitely.
here. I'm just another guy. I'm just another guy.
I was just about to say, if you want to, if you want to, this is on you. If you want to plug yourself in and tell everybody where they can like reach out to you on social media, you can do that too, bro. Like I go right ahead.
Yeah, yeah. We all bleed red. I'm just another guy here. So I'll just um yeah. I might not want to do that just yet, considering uh um I just provided a good 3.5 hours of potentially, not nice words about a certain individual, and I don't want to get completely roasted and hounded out. So I'd rather not, like for now.
Got
But
you.
later, I mean, if it's everyone who already has it, feel free to 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 give it to people who you trust, and
Of course.
I'll be back when this whole shit dies down, and I'll give it out, because if you want to connect with me, then of course, yeah, you can, but uh, not right now, but right now, yeah, that's all I can say, man. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, likewise, bro. I have nothing but good things to say about our conversation and the way you behave yourself on here. You were also a professional. Obviously, when you go on little like rants here and there, as with anybody in the world, you got passionate, but within that passion, you still remain very respectful and very professional. So I do appreciate that. Um, but yeah, bro, I will be DMing you for sure after this. So
Jackie G, I'm surprised he didn't call. He's
well,
he's busy.
oh, got you. Yeah, I see the chat area. Yeah.
He's busy trying to figure out a way to catch a potential molester without getting. I mean, from his own mouth, people over there get killed for doing that, and it's really dangerous over there. So,
Dear God.
good luck to him, and I wish nothing but the best from all of you. And I'll see my way out, man.
All right, my man. You have a good night. Stay blessed. Stay safe. And like I said, I'm gonna DM you after this. but I'm gonna say some last words to them. So, but for now, as far as the stream goes, you have a good night, sir. All right. God bless.
Thank you. You too. Thank you to everyone.
All right. So that was really really good stuff. Like I said earlier, mostly thanks to him. Red Hood had a lot of information, uh, firsthand, like VIP type of detailed information, and we're all grateful for it. So that being said, Dan Joshua, I appreciate that. Jen, the lovely Jen Bruno, welcome. Late, but I'll take it. Um, yeah. I'm gonna shout out everybody. That's because I scrolled all the way up. So from that point forward, I'm gonna shout out everybody who was on here. If I didn't shout your name out, it's because it didn't let me scroll back enough to see it. So my bad. But I just want to once again show love and support back to you guys who took the time out to be on here tonight on the stream. I really do appreciate it. So starting with NJ89er, who's on the big screen right now. Blonde Java, Predator Poachers Archive, The Real Wise Guy, and Jenny T. Irene, I hope I said that right. Toyo, Jackie Gionette, Brooke, Joshua. Joshua is a new subscriber and viewer. I appreciate you stopping by. 1,000 times, I appreciate it. Bonnie Davis, JJ. Let's see who else. Jessica. Jessica, what's going on? A big hug from me to you. I appreciate you stopping by, even though you're at work. I don't want to repeat any names, but yeah, I think I said JJ already. I really don't want to repeat any names, but it's y'all commented a lot and chatted a lot, so it's like a lot of repeat users on here. But I'm trying to get to the end of the scroll. Let's see, I'm almost there, I think. Yeah, I had already mentioned Jen Bruno, Cat Eyes, Red Hood, of course, tonight's guest. Hills. Thank you, Hills, for stopping by. I appreciate it. Yep, that's all I see on this end. So everybody who I mentioned, I appreciate you. Those who I didn't mention, like I said earlier, it's because I couldn't scroll back any further to see your username. Oh, Julie, of course. Julie is always here. So Julie Harmon, thank you for stopping by as well. I appreciate the love and support. I am gonna let you guys go because obviously I do work tomorrow, and I have to get things ready. But yeah, guys, if you can share this forward with people who are into the same content, or if you just want to share just for the heck of it. I know people would get scared when they say like the 4 hours or 3 hours or whatever, but you can just be like, I mean, if you want, you don't have to watch the whole thing. You just can like kind of skim through, like skim forward at first, you know. But I'll appreciate it a ton. Please do not forget to thumbs up this video before you, leave the stream. And what else? Comment. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to the channel. I do my best to do these types of like interviews and podcast type of content. But yeah, other than that, I love every single one of you guys, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. You guys are the best. Jenny T, I'm going to mod you. After the stream ends, I'm going to switch over to my normal browser and normal YouTube page and mod you. Just comment something simple like on this video after it's posted, so I can see your username and just kind of like add it real quick. But yeah, I see that Jay from PPMAS has a live catch going on right now. So everybody, all roads lead to Jay from PPMAS. He's got a live catch, so that is more important than this right now. So y'all have a blessed night. Stay safe. Thank you for stopping by. Love y'all. And peace out.